Yes.
Great. In that case, we'll go live. Hello, everyone. It's fan mail. Yes.
Prove it.
Yes. Oh, no, I can hit myself again. I do this every week. Yes.
Prove it. Holy moly.
Oh, don't
Every
worry,
week.
Danny. I do the same mistakes every week, too.
I
It's
know.
kind of my jam.
Fun.
Hello, Bill. I am alive.
I like doing the same mistakes over and over again. It's what gets me out of bed in the morning.
when V3 launches, I've got new scenes.
Stop.
I've got to promise to
Danny.
stop making these mistakes.
Stop.
No. I ask James. Don't say what I told you out loud because everyone can hear it now. But
Here, so I'm gonna whisper it so that Morgan can hear
no.
it.
Don't do that. Don't.
Here's the
Like
thing.
basically, Morgan. What Danny's telling me is like, tell Morgan, but don't say anything. I've seen the website. It is real. It is there. There's some final approvals that are needed. It sounds like the bugs are done.
From who? Between Danny and Mikey? They're just like sending each other little notes to approve?
No, from PC Games.
Codetech bought us.
Who are our ads provider.
Which is pretty cool.
I'm saying no because I just don't want us to make any promises.
No promises.
Let it be what it is, because in my alternate reality, the website came out on January 1st, and we all fixed all our mistakes. We don't make mistakes anymore.
It's a new year.
It's a new year, but it's an alternate reality.
We're waiting for some approvals from PC Games and then it's showtime. I'm telling you. Start.
Danny, anything exciting happened this week? Any secret stuff you didn't tell us about?
Yeah. Anything?
Any secret stuff?
Well, you mean about the website?
No.
No, the hard evidence that you, in fact, were born.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it's undeniable you're of a human birth on Earth.
We want the facts, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was my birthday last week.
Yeah.
You didn't say nothing.
Secret birthday.
Actually, let me do this.
I mean, in fairness, no one else says anything. I mean, Morgan, last birthday, I was like, happy birthday, Morgan. I don't celebrate birthdays. It's for capitalism.
Well, I don't celebrate birthdays, but I know that other people like them.
It's like, yeah, okay, but you can't then have a go at me for not telling you about my birthday.
Well, you like them. Obviously, you were having a party
not necessarily.
and stuff.
No,
Still
not
waiting
really.
on the invite.
No,
Thank you very much.
No. I mean, no, I'm not that fussed. I mean, you get to this sort of age and you don't want to know, to be honest. It's
wait, how old are you?
35.
He's younger than us, Morgan. So don't even get into
that's what
it.
I figured.
So what's your birthday? Let me put it down in my Google Calendar.
Well, unlike you, I don't like to dox myself on the air, so I'm going to leave that one where it is.
Oh my! You don't have to tell me the year.
We can figure this out.
No, don't because
Okay,
you know the day, and I've given you my age, so you've got all
a year younger than me. But no, he's probably the same age as me.
All right, you know what, Morgan?
I think I'm
we
2
should
years
respect
younger
his
than
wishes
Zach.
and not give it away.
2
We've
years
already
younger.
narrowed it down to about a 14-day period because what sane human being celebrates their birthday without like more than 2 weeks from the actual date?
Well, it's definitely in the first week of February.
Sure.
Well, I mean,
I don't really like celebrating my birthday either, but I know how much other people like celebrating my birthday, so I try to give them as many heads up as possible. It's December 2nd. My birthday.
Yeah,
I don't like celebrating it because it's, you know.
So if you're a long time viewer at Gamefront, you've got his address. You now got his birthday. You know, you're a social security number away from emptying his bank account. It's as simple as that.
I'm gonna guess that it's February 3rd.
It's a good guess.
Come on.
It's not accurate, but it's a good guess.
It's pretty good.
You're a day out. I'm just not going to tell you which side.
Oh, that means 2.
Well, I'm not going to tell you which side. So.
Well, no, I figured it out.
Well,
because when I talked to you about it, you didn't say my birthday was actually yesterday. You said it was this week, which would only make it February 2nd if it's one day away from the 3rd. because I asked you on the 5th. Sorry.
Listen,
Right. But
listen, Dick Tracy, you're
it could just as
you're not
equally.
helping things.
Why couldn't it be the 4th? I don't follow what you mean.
Well,
Because
don't
you said
get
it's
into
one
it,
day-
Danny, because he'll give you hard evidence. He's just cracked
He
the
said-
code.
He said it's one day away from the 3rd, which makes it the 2nd or the 4th.
Right.
I asked you on the 5th, I believe. I said happy birthday because I figured out that it was your birthday. I don't know how. And then you were like, it was actually this week. Not you would have said
Well,
it was
Sunday is
actually
still the same
yesterday.
week. Our weeks start on a
But
Monday.
the thing is you would have said it was today. It's my birthday today.
It's not
Yeah,
today.
you would have said yesterday.
Yesterday when he asked you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Morgan. Big YouTube stars like me and Danny, we celebrate a fake birthday publicly, and then we have a private birthday alone.
Yeah.
And we never share that one.
It's like the
because that
Queen.
would be
Well,
crazy.
it's not like the Queen
They'd probably
anymore,
know our
but-
address. We'd be like just a social security number away from draining our bank accounts. So obviously we wouldn't really give away our birthday.
I think he's panicking now.
Yeah,
You're not
he
panicking.
just realized that he's giving away he sold the farm.
No, I would never celebrate my real birthday. That's crazy. And you should stop asking Danny about it.
Well, it's fine because I don't tell people my address.
Damn it.
You know.
Yeah, right. How hard is it to scrub everything I've ever said off the internet?
Pretty easy.
It's yeah. I mean, just basically press Alt and F4 on your keyboard. It'll take care of it for you.
Oh, are we ready to get into some comments? Because we got a long day ahead of us.
Well, I got to read Danny's horoscope first.
Okay.
Someone's in a rush.
Oh,
Have you
what's your
gotten-
birthday, Danny?
He's an Aquarius no matter what. We've got it.
Oh, he is? I don't track
Well,
that
yeah. I
stuff.
mean, you know that's
This is a good day to
range.
spend some time alone, Aquarius.
All right, see you later. Bye-bye.
Have the energy to get a lot done. You can feel restless, but socializing might not be a good idea. Tempers may be short and frustrations high among those in your social circle. Oh no, quarrels might break
This is
out.
some joke site, right?
No, get out on your own, then work on whatever you want. This way you will enjoy your day. Sorry. That's what it really says.
What's
doesn't-
it say for Sagittarius?
It doesn't bode well for this fan mail, does it? If we're honest.
No, not
I mean,
at
that's
all.
the birthday I celebrate as a YouTube celebrity. But like, I also know a lot of friends that are Sagittarius, so I'd like to know.
All right, James, for you, Sagittarius, the promise of possible financial advancement could cause you to plunge into a lot of paperwork today. This could be
No.
related to a job, Sagittarius, or it might involve a personal
No.
project that you've been working on, your taxes on. You might get so caught up in what you're doing that you lose your ability to focus and get too frazzled to finish. Remember to pace yourself and take
This-
breaks when you feel the need. Why are these
This
the most
is real,
accurate
this isn't
horoscopes?
happening.
This doesn't
All
sound
time.
entirely inaccurate, does it? But
No,
I gotta
these
go,
are really
guys.
good.
Oh man, that can't be real. What site is that? That's like the worst.
Horoscope.com.
But if it's
Horoscope?
tax time, everyone's doing the taxes at the same time of year, so that's not a prediction.
We
that's
have from
just
January to April.
yeah. But I mean, I'm sure James leaves his taxes to the last minute. I don't know if that's true
I
or
have
not.
a new business. My taxes are due on the 15th, and I'm traveling to Chicago.
Mine
So-
is not as good. The coming days promise a busy social time, Cancer. You might host a party at your home. You may feel terribly rushed and wonder if you will be able to get everything done. Don't worry, it'll come out all right. Friends or family members could prove invaluable in lending assistance at some point. You might attend or take part in a sports event. None of that's true.
No, if you let me come over, I will help you prepare for the party.
No, there's not going to be a party.
No
It's in the
party.
stars.
Not going to the basketball. Nonsense. Okay.
I was told to turn off the eye
Oh,
tracking
I
thing on.
I was supposed to go to the basketball game on Wednesday, but I have to teach.
Mm.
So it is kind of accurate, actually.
Teaching is like a party. It's a bunch of people in a room getting together, and it's interfered with your sports plans. You can
I mean, you
read,
could
you can
actually
read
have a little
anything you
Fight
want
Club
into these nonsense.
Well, then why are your guys' so accurate?
Mine's not even slightly accurate.
Are
Well, it
you
is
not
now
getting
because you're making me
frustrated
annoyed.
with your-
But I mean,
yeah. So it's right.
only because you're putting too much stock into this thing. Oh Jesus! Right. Super Bowl. Is the Super Bowl coming up soon?
I'm not going to the
It
Super
is.
Bowl.
See, there you go. So they know the Super Bowl's coming up, and they just put vagary in it. It's so like, how else can one
But then
thing
why didn't
apply
your
to a
guys
half
talk
a
about sports? Only people that are born around my time are into sports.
Because
Well,
no,
I'm
because
not
they're
into
all
sports.
generic in different
Danny's
ways.
not into the Super Bowl.
Yours is generic
I mean,
because
James's seemed very specific to what he was going to do today after we recorded.
because
It
because
is all I've thought about for 3 days.
because it's February and that's and tax time's in April and everyone's that's just broad. It's
No,
broad
you're looking
strokes.
for connections.
It's broad
that aren't
strokes.
there.
Everybody's having a bad day at some point during the week, and you're not even having a party. I don't know what you're defending it for.
I think if he, you know why he's not having a
you-
party? Because he won't let me come over and help him set it up.
I know he won't give you his address.
You
is
made
what
the
you're
argument that the class was a party.
saying. I was being sarcastic. How
Well,
could you
with your
buy
British
into
sarcasm, no one knows the difference.
You know what? Maybe that's just fate calling out to you from the future, saying, "Bring party hats and make your class more fun than usual."
No,
Little party hats and those little things that you blow and it like comes out and makes a whistle sound or a kazoo sound.
notary law is not supposed to be fun.
Oh,
Why can't it be fun as well as responsibility?
Because it's not. It's
Why can't
bureaucratic
it just
nonsense.
be so what, you just sign a piece of paper, right, to say that you've
No.
checked it? Oh, what's notary again? Is it stamping
they
something?
stamp it.
They
Yeah,
do
bring
this-
some
yeah.
silly stamps in.
So why don't you just have a stamp which this then has a little smiley face on it as well, or something like that? You could have
Because
a different
there's
stamp.
regulations to what the stamp has to look like. It has to be had a milled or serrated edge border. It has to contain the state seal, the name of the notary public, the commission number, the county in which they're registered in, and their expiration date.
Are you
That's
literally
wow.
just Hermes from Futurama?
Yeah, that's what it is. You just memorize all the laws. It's not
So
fun. You just turn
you
your brain
can't-
off, and whatever the law says, you do that.
You can't even have a stamp that plays a little tune when you stamp it.
You
Yeah,
could, but that
there
just
you
doesn't
go.
exist.
Make
Novel-
it. I mean, that's not too hard.
Novelty
to make happen.
stampers. No, not with technology these days. Novelty stampers. That's what you want. You could put LEDs
get to
in
these
them. You
comments.
could get some music on them. All right, let's roll the intro. First up this week on the fan mail is part number 9 of Spider-Man Remastered, featuring
yes.
James Vivian Haney.
James, you ain't done with this yet?
No, I'm not, but I'm getting close. I recorded another about 2 hours, and I'm debating whether or not I should even put it up because all I did, and we get to it, we can read the comments, and when we get there, I'll tell you my inspiration of it.
You're starting to get self-conscious about the playthrough, and so now you're starting to make wild decisions about edits and stuff.
A little bit, but we can
Yeah.
discuss it. I didn't
Alright.
delete the footage, so I have it still. So where are we?
Kamikaze Ice 2838, no context jump cut, lol. What does
Still
that mean? 2838?
Speaking, well, I mean, like you say, he's just making rash decisions about edits.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
well, it's because I'm making these videos like close to 2 hours long, so I'm trying to cut out little tiny pieces.
Do
The stuff where I get lost, it's just like I feel like it's fun in Dark Souls because there's another person, but if I'm just
Whoa.
jumping around and not going anywhere,
Oh, you have Hayabusa armor?
I mean, it's so cool. When I get lost sometimes in all the different things that are in the like the unlockable costumes.
Mhm.
Those ones don't do anything, but you can attach any power to any costume you want.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I'm a fan of
I
jump
mean-
cuts, but were you talking when you did the cut?
Come
Yeah.
on. I don't think so.
I know, fair enough. I was fairly clean.
Come on.
Yeah.
Cut you off.
I think what's happening is I don't remember because it's, a 2-hour video, but I believe I might have been trying to get into like a stealthy area or change my powers up before I went somewhere. Sound levels are a mess. I remember. This is from 2 weeks ago. So I had been using the same the same thing that brings the volume down and ducks against music and stuff when we're talking.
I was going to ask you about that because I quite like the concept of it, and it seems to work quite well when it's working. But it seems sometimes it's too sensitive.
Is negative 18 decibels, and what I usually do is -8. So I just on this video I did not dip the I made it dip 10 extra decibels. So it's not.
So he was like literally just going like a mass like hello my name is.
No, it's not me. My volume level is exactly the same the whole time. The game volume, because it's like if I'm mashing the buttons, all of a sudden like it'll just be like my mashing and very, very quiet gameplay underneath it.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's picking up. This is James Heaney. I see what you mean. It's picking up me mashing the buttons. I will see if I can get it to be less sensitive.
Yeah, and then when I looked at it, I looked at it and I had just left the default values for the ducking.
Why were you mashing the buttons in the cutscenes? That's the real question.
James?
Sometimes, do you remember being a little kid when your babysitter would take you to the arcade and that day you learned where you weren't in control of it? Like, because it says insert coin. Every cutscene, I'm usually like, finally, I'm getting good at playing video games. I'm mashing the buttons. And then I find out that it was just a movie, a little movie.
138.41, Guy web to door, James throw a door, Guy go wee.
I think that might be worth seeing. The truth is, some of the cutscenes have mashing things where you mash the X button to like stop the car that's going down the street.
Holy smokes!
Did he just split apart?
Here's the thing, because from an outside perspective, I only see this game when we look at fan mail. This looks exactly like the last time we were playing. You were in the same exact situation.
Well, that's kind of getting what's happening. Is these are little crimes. So there's crimes going out throughout the whole city that aren't part of the story. But if you want to level up, you can't, like, you need tokens, and you don't get those levels by completing the game. You only get it by doing little, like, neighborhood Spider-Man stuff, like catching birds, looking for backpacks, solving little, like, research lab things. And those crime things are the more entertaining of them. But, like, it's hours and hours of, like, going around and gathering it to become, like, beefed up. And the game's more fun when you have a lot of moves, you know?
632, not what I meant to do, said the spider.
Ah, jeez.
We got to get a counter going.
Oh, so this is me trying to get ready for stealth. And, like, I spent all this time, like, looking at all the guys.
Stealth.
And I hit the Y button, and it just like beams me right into the fight.
So this was James stealth. Yeah, look, you look quite stealthy there.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting everything set up, and then I tapped the Y button, which makes me go.
Nice.
So, and I think that's a base token. So, like, a lot of this video, I think, is me doing these little things to level up.
Phil, well, aside for some technical issues, another nice episode. Good job. Not doing many side missions and challenges might be biting you in the butt right about now. Character and your gadget upgrade levels are not particularly high, so chasing pigeons it is. I'd recommend to upgrade base web shooters first, since they self-restoring and a major workhorse in your arsenal. So you need to go do that stuff.
And I have a video of me doing it for about 2 hours, but it is not fun.
Just title it what it is.
I guess.
Say
it's just like chasing pigeons. Like, I'm not good at that.
You
that
means you
have to, like,
catch the pigeon, and then just have you on the thumbnail dressed like Dick Dastardly. That's the joke.
Who is that?
Dick Dastardly.
Mm-hmm.
Wacky races. Catch the pigeon.
Oh yes,
that's the joke.
I don't remember them catching a pigeon though.
Well, he was in a show called Catch the Pigeon.
There?
Do we?
I know stuff comes to the UK after America. Is it?
Yeah, 45 years later.
I like that we picked the same time.
My God. Yeah, we've only just got technical, so you know we're just rolling it out.
Wait, is this why you're talking about Sega all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys just got the Genesis?
We just got the Genesis. No, but if you, I can't believe you don't know what Catch the Pigeon is. Ridiculous. Anyway,
Our bad.
Well, I mean, it's your country's doing, isn't
It's a
it?
big deal in the UK.
Hanna-Barbera or
They think
whatever.
Americans say it all the time. All right. Does the game want me to be doing side missions? The game absolutely wants you to save those pigeons, which is the most ridiculous thing for Spider-Man to spend his time on. Of all of the side missions, like you could be stopping crimes that are happening, finding your backpack, but like catching pigeons out of the air, which
Stop.
I'm getting much better at, like going and traveling around the city. But you have to admit the most frustrating thing about watching my Spider-Man playthrough is my inability to do the point launches smoothly
But you still
and go
can't
fast.
point launch?
I can, but not at the level that I need to be.
Just like Elden Ring, you're going to beat without learning how to fight. You're going to beat Spider-Man without learning how to fly.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Brute force.
Well, I'm learning. It's just not fun to watch me learn.
Well, not when
It's like
you're
a giant
18 hours
teaching
into
scene.
it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Games with Heath. Nice. Please keep them coming.
Are you making any more?
I've already got one, and I've started my own playthrough of it in Amazing Spider-Man mode, the most difficulty there is.
Wait,
you don't even know how to fly yet. Why are you doing this?
Because I can fight, baby.
Which reply would you like, James?
Wait, you have 2 playthroughs going?
Kind of. I guess I shouldn't have
stream
spoiled
it,
that.
James. Gosh,
so what
dang
I've
it.
been doing, this is what I've been doing for the stream.
No one cares.
Is I'm collecting everything so I can start, and I'm not progressing the story at all. So I've collected every landmark, every backpack, I've done every crime, but I haven't done any of the story. So once I beat the game, I want to do a stream where I go through it, but I'm not going to spend any time on collectibles.
You're just gonna get completely beefed out and then go just run through the game?
Sorry. I mean, but it's an amazing difficulty. So like it's in the hardest difficulty, so it's not easy. It's easy to collect the collectibles. The crime missions and stuff are a little tough, but it'll be more fun to watch the story over and over and over instead of having me do a mission and then have to spend 20 minutes chasing a pigeon around New York City.
When are you gonna stream this?
Not until I beat Spider-Man. I'm thinking it'll probably be maybe April. We've missed the
you can do a new game plus.
stream, right?
You don't have to do multiple. You can just beat it as this and then start over again with your.
But is it an amazing Spidey? Is it amazing?
Yeah,
or is it?
Read the chat. The chat. Okay. You're wasting your time by not doing the research. Yeah, you choose the difficulty for New Game Plus. So there you go. Yeah, you choose the difficulty for New Game Plus.
Oh, what the hell?
James just fired up the chat. I don't know if Morgan will read this, but was watching their playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered, and Morgan had a lot of James in him back then. The difference is that Morgan clearly got good. Yeah. I mean, my original Dark Souls playthrough, yeah, it was terrible.
You had a great coach, though.
I have progressed. That's the thing. You've stayed in the same place.
Well,
I think if I really put my mind to it, I could beat Elden Ring in like 4 hours.
Really? But you could beat it in less than 24 hours, right?
Yeah, I think the last time I beat it, it was like 9 hours, and I was.
We should do a day where you beat Elden Ring in less than 24 hours, and I'll beat Dark Souls 3 in less than 24 hours, back to back.
James, don't say
because
I
think I ended up.
But you've already beaten Dark Souls 3 in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, but can you imagine the race of Morgan and I trying to both get through the whole like?
Because I was able
to beat Dark Souls. I was able to beat Dark Souls 3.
You know what we should do if we were gonna do it? It should be one of us plays through Dark Souls Remastered, one of us plays through Dark Souls 2, one of us plays through 3, one of us does Elden Ring.
Like back to back to back, and never let the stream like a marathon where you're passing the torch.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the idea of that.
Danny, could you do Remastered in less than 24 hours? I mean, you would have to do some research, like for fastest routes and that kind of stuff.
I feel like I could beat Dark Souls 2 in less than 24 hours.
James, you're so full of it.
You didn't even beat it in 24 months. I mean, come on, James. Don't start this nonsense.
Yeah, but if I was not trying to beat every single thing and I was just trying to beat it as quick as possible, I think that game's one of the easier ones to beat.
All right, so you take Dark Souls 2.
Oh wait, I want Dark Souls 3 though, so I guess shit. I've already done Dark Souls 3 though, so I guess I shouldn't.
But I mean, I definitely want Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So I guess that by default leaves Zach with 3.
Well, this is never going to happen.
No, probably not.
But it's not with attitude, is it? I mean, you know.
Well, I've been burned before. Remember when we were going to all play Dark Souls 3 in a 4-way battle?
Do it today.
Let's do it right now.
All right. See you, everyone.
No, I would love to do a four-way battle in Dark Souls 3. I think I would love
to do it, but are you going to? Zach's
well, we just got our 4.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I thought you said you weren't around today.
No, we have a different boat was running today, actually.
Okay.
I have extra time. For you guys, all for you.
Bosocks 2K1 1545. Ugh, Morgan, you forced me to pause the video on YouTube people eating pickled feet, and now I want to vomit. I had no idea they were soft. Ice, I had to do this too. Well, I literally vomited in my mouth a little when Morgan described its texture. Also surprised our vegan friend knows what it feels like to bite into a pickled pig's feet. Wait, did we do this one already?
I feel like we did.
Did we?
But maybe. Oh, you know what it was? You read this out loud while we were playing Elden Ring last week.
Gotcha. Yeah. Dark Page, James, please, I'm begging you, win me that controller or life-size James pillow or whatever. If you win for the death count, guess. Dark Page still sticking with 996 as the final answer. Do we have a poll up? Did we record the? Or is he the only one in it?
This out loud while we were playing.
I have no idea. I need to give Bruce Eakin a shout out, $20 Canadian super chat on YouTube. He says, thanks for always being so dang entertaining, you guys. Looking forward to your future content. Thank you very much. Party. It'll all go into the paying for
$5
V3.
each, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Put that in a shipping.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. It's going to pick. No. I'm waiting to see some change on this. So now that we see that, it's coming your way.
Wow, Bruce, thank you so much.
Zach, did you get my mom's address?
I did. I'm not going to send you. No, I've been super busy. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure because I'm going to send that box to you. It's not a big deal if you don't send a box to me. I don't care.
No, I am trying to get to that. I literally was asking for a pack or a bag of coffee.
No offense, but it might be too late now. So I would hate for it to get sent out because I leave.
Yeah, I'd hate to give your mom coffee too.
If you send a box for me to send something to you, well, you know what? I will let my mom.
I'll take care of it.
What?
Auntie Heaney, call her. Oh, Auntie Heaney, I got this taken care of.
James's coffee to me, and I'll take care of it.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, because Morgan has sent me an address I'm allowed to ship things to. It's nowhere near where he lives. It's on the opposite side of the United States. It's in Massachusetts.
I will get there.
Some M. Wahlberg. Anyway, it must be a friend of yours.
How do you guys know that I didn't move to Massachusetts? When was the last time you saw me in
person? Yeah. That could have been a clone.
Has anyone actually seen him since he has?
No. Not since
I bet that's why that little pink jacket you left at my place is like what you breed these clones of yourself in. And then you just they release themselves like, okay, go do my biddings. Go eat pickled pig's feet and let me know what it tastes like.
1144. I've seen the American Taxi. I prefer original French version. That's the movie with Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah. It's a real.
I believe it's
American
on
classic.
AFI Top 100 list.
No, not the original one. I'm talking about the American one.
And what was the original French one?
Who cares?
It was in French, dude. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Think about it hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Go watch The Hottie and the Naughty. It's basically the American version of Amelie, okay? And it's like a million times better.
You know what is
No.
really good is old like 60s Japanese gangster films.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
they're
never
very
watched
good.
one.
There's
Huh.
some
I
good
don't.
ones out
I
there.
don't. Is it like Kung Fu Hustle at all?
No, it's not like Kung Fu Hustle. It's more
It's a
like
fun movie.
yeah. I think I don't know.
We'll
find
share
some
it.
of
Share
send
it.
to
Yeah,
you.
find one and share it. About the
Dark Page. I
podcast.
mean, it's widely known that James hates Jimmy Fallon.
I don't hate Jimmy Fallon. I
Widely
just
known.
didn't like him in Saturday Night Live.
Will you like him in his nightly show?
Yeah, right.
I don't watch it, but I'm really
Fever
happy that
Pitch?
he's as happy as he is.
That's
Oh,
political.
socks.
That is a political
It's
answer right there.
like- yeah. I almost think that's more insulting. I'm just so glad he's happy.
Bo Sox 2K1 45 53. James, what on earth is your strategy here? You have the high ground and well within range of Rot Breath, but you just jump down to aggro him. Rot Breath's range is huge. You do not have to get close to make it work.
Mhm.
Oh,
Do you
can
want to
we,
have a look at
like,
that one?
that scene
Yeah,
from
we should
Star
take a look.
Wars, The Revenge of the Sith, where he's just like, I have the high ground, Anakin. And just have Obi-Wan like yeet himself into the lava. Just like, "Ah!" Oh, Obi-Wan, yeah, that's not what you were supposed to do.
He just rolls past him.
Yeah. Just
Oh, wow.
Okay, it was probably
what's
there
his
might have been
face?
better ways to handle that.
Two big dogs.
But you know what?
You could
Well,
jump
I
like
kill him.
halfway, and then you could use your Rot Breath in midair.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. I've never really done a jump into Rot Breath, but
Why
that's
does it
got to
sound
become
like
part of
all
my
of the
arsenal.
life is out of my voice?
And this is when James.
Everybody's been wondering that.
I feel dead inside in those videos. What's going on? What have you done to me?
He's forcing you to watch someone play video games badly and talk about pickled pig's feet. That's a tough thing
I
to
am
swallow.
not forcing him. I'm borderline begging him not to talk about pickled pig's feet.
I heard the conversation about the pickled pig feet, and it sounds a lot like pork scratchings, which is kind of a thing we get in.
No, that's
Please.
chicharrones. That's chicharrones. You're talking about fried pork.
Right. Well,
Like,
yeah, but when you
crack like
described it as
crackers?
crackling kind of thing, but you know, when it gets
Oh,
all
yeah,
kind of
that's
soft
different.
and yeah, but when you described it as being like soft and fatty, that's kind of what I thought of.
But the cracklins are like crisp, like they're puffed
Yeah.
up. Which is disgusting. This is like gelatinous.
This
Yeah.
is like wet gummy bears that happen to be made out of pork.
Oh, like
Gummy bear.
like
I
fully
will
gelatinous.
say this:
yeah,
a gummy
no.
bear is stiffer than the pickled pig foot.
Fuck me, man. Jesus
It's
Christ.
like I would say it's like biting into a stick of butter.
Ugh.
Who's
Oh,
who's
God.
eating pickled pig's foot? It seems
Well, if
what
you're
a
in-
ridiculous thing.
if you're in
Morgan's eating it.
France, like I mean, eating a stick of butter, that's normal, right? Ah, man, Jesus.
Eating a stick of butter.
Not like the
I
whole
mean-
thing, but you know, like they literally
mean-
will. There's baguettes.
like-
you just put a shitload of butter in there.
I mean, you know, you can be liberal with your butter, but if you eat a stick of butter, you're gonna have a heart attack. That's just.
I'm just saying the consistency of biting into a stick of butter would be like the same resistance that you would get biting into a pickled.
yeah,
pig's foot.
it's yeah. I don't know why people have.
Oh God, okay,
People
keep it down.
shouldn't pickle.
There's a
certain things.
video buried in Gamefront's archive of me with Epic Lloyd. And the punishment for losing the game that we played, which was Def Jam Fight for New York, was to eat a peanut butter stick, which, in my infinite wisdom, decided to take a stick of butter and put peanuts all over the sides of it and eat it. And it
Ugh.
was so nasty. I actually started gagging and it shot out my nose. And
the
it-
peanut.
The butter, not the peanuts.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure
No,
there's bits
the
of peanuts.
peanuts are still stuck up there.
But the thing was is that it got onto my shoe and it forever stained my shoe, this butter stain. And they were kind of new at the time, but I used them till they were very old. Lloyd has told me since that it's the most disgusting thing he's ever seen in person.
I don't trust Lloyd's palate. That guy gets grossed out by bananas.
Okay, that makes
Oh,
sense.
bananas are gross, though. Can we just
No,
agree?
bananas are delicious, but
They're
he's,
disgusting.
He is
That's proof
has
of
a-
evolution, and I do not appreciate it.
he's got a strong.
no.
This is the butter.
Is this the right video?
Yeah. This is
Oh,
the right
God,
video.
Jesus, I can see your mouth about to do what it's going to do. I must not have been there.
James
right?
eating peanut butter.
Peanut butter. I don't know if this is going to make me
How long's it? 5 minutes. I think it's worth it.
Better not.
I think I eat it. I think I eat the whole thing. I don't remember. I remember getting really sick. This is pretty bad.
You've got it kind of
Is it
piled up on the
butter or
plate,
margarine?
which is kind of interesting as an approach.
Closer to the camera so people
Yeah.
can get the full experience of what's going on right now.
Okay. All right, here we are. So I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about how.
Look how young he was.
Here today. He's a little babby Heen right there, isn't he?
Well, he's many.
Little babby Mitch too.
Oh, I look the same.
He's aged greatly since this moment.
You haven't got a moustache there. I think that just helps with the
I think
youthfulness.
exponential is the mathematic term.
I like how you've been plugging your side projects through Gamefront for the best part of a decade, and things have not changed.
Oh, that was a big fight. Holy moly.
That's.
All right, that's enough.
Oh,
We
I
know
wonder
it.
if you could get a heart attack from eating one stick of butter.
I mean, if you did it every day, I'm sure it's possible. Yeah,
Every day, but like I do remember feeling like later that day, like my heart was having a hard time pumping.
I mean,
Oh,
it would
yeah.
if
Yeah,
you
it's
eat
kind of
loads of
shoulder
dairy and
pressure.
stuff, like it. Yeah, your heart rate
Yeah.
just goes. You'll start having
But
palpitations.
that is
and all
when I
sorts.
used to a long time ago be a smoker. At that point in time, I was a smoker, and like eating a stick of butter and chasing it with a pack of cigarettes was probably not a healthy day for James Heaney.
It's. I mean, there are better ways
I
it could
wonder
have gone.
why you've aged
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, well, I quit.
Where
I
did you drop it
quit.
on your foot?
Wait,
That's
aging?
Oh god.
It's probably like maybe this part. I think there's a spot where I like cough it out my nose.
Oh,
Why is it playing
It's-
still?
that's disgusting.
Why is it still playing?
I don't know, because it's funny, isn't it?
That's gross.
Morgan,
I
you look
guess
so
everybody should
young
just
in
wa-
that video.
Mhm.
Epic Lloyd.
No, Morgan. All right, Mitch. Haven't you been confused for him
Mitchkin.
previously on the
Oh yeah.
Dark Souls thing? Oh, my hair looks good. Ooh. That is tough stuff, man.
It's really
So for
tough.
the record,
Keep going.
beginning at 11, Aaron has a meeting. So I can do this and be fine. I just can't shout anything about cream in any pants. We can do that for a bit,
Did
right?
she really have a meeting?
Yeah.
Do you guys live like? Do you guys communicate? Like, no, like you do this Mondays.
Yeah, but-
I'll be quiet.
yeah.
I'll be quiet in case she hears you from her name being said
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
She's
earbuds.
watching. 4241. Why is it not healing me?
Read what's on the piece of paper, James.
42-41.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had it, and then yeah. So
Why is it not healing? Why is it not healing me? What's on the paper?
Yeah.
Why?
is it not healing
What
you?
isn't not healing you? What did you do?
That's my special attack. And
wait, that's your special attack getting knocked down?
no,
it did-
that,
it did
usually
heal
that
you.
heals my health.
It did.
100%
Look,
did
watch.
heal you.
Look at the health bar. Hang on. Let me
Oh.
wind it back a bit so it goes down.
Okay, I see it now. I didn't realize how low my health had gotten.
Well, no, that's because you don't pay
It's at the
attention
top
to your health.
of. Danny, take it easy, okay?
Yeah, why not?
Wow, Glass House.
Funny,
is bad.
I felt the same way
Listen,
as I felt in the original filming.
that's what it's all about.
Ooh, what are the more videos that are recommended?
Elden Ring.
Who is that
Oh,
handsome
guy.
man? in the
Elden
middle?
Ring.
Wait, who's the one in the middle?
I think that's Zach
Yeah.
and Morgan like
All
AI
side hits.
arted together.
It does, yeah, that's
It's our future son. Get in the
Uh-huh.
DeLorean. Let's go make a baby.
no, because he's got curly hair. I think it's all three of you AI. AI
Oh,
together.
might
makes
be.
sense.
I think that would be it. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Dark Page, you know the difference between Danny and James is when Danny became OP, he knew it. James is OP but acts like a little baba. Ice, James denying the baba. Ice, 34-39, James takes an arrow to the knee, the second arrow. There's two
Yeah.
arrows.
It's worth seeing.
Oh, that's the sequel. That's the new song. Took a second arrow to the knee.
Don't get him started. Danny will play it. He loves that song.
I've
You know
been
that's what he
banned
wakes up to.
from
It's his
playing it.
alarm.
No, I've
A
been
good
banned.
song.
No, yeah, I have regrets. I
Oh,
know
that's
I'll be
excellent.
going up to the pearly
hard
gates.
to
And that'll
say.
be what they deny me for.
No, when he stands up, you'll see it. It's stuck in his leg.
Oh well,
What?
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Right
absolutely.
through his knee.
The second
Right
year.
through the knee.
Dead center in his knee.
I can walk
What?
that off. That ain't gonna end my adventuring.
Jesus, one's right through your spine though.
I know.
That one's gonna be a little rougher.
Medically
Yeah.
speaking, this one I'm like straight through the spleen. Like, you know, it's not survivable.
There was a second one there, I think.
He missed it just as he goes up the stairs here.
Just threading the needle, as they'd say in the Fast and the Furious world.
Luis Sandoval, less deaths, but so little progress. I agree with Morgan. You got to get more aggressive. You got to go and balls deep with your attacks right up to their face and stop playing the defensive game. Believe in yourself, man. You can do it. That's true. 4738, Morgan asks, do you think you can make it through the whole game without learning how to fight? James answers with squatting.
We don't need to see that. We know what it looks like. We can picture it.
4738.
We can picture it in our heads.
What was that? 4738.
Yeah.
Do you think you can make it through the whole game without learning how to fight?
I've learned how to fight, and I'm pretty good at
Like, have you been watching
That's good.
Milani?
It's tough to watch, man.
Really
Two
hard.
rolls, a random jump, no
Squat
damage.
and a drink.
Oh.
He's just like pushing his hands down on the controller.
I feel like I'm watching like an improvised dance that's happening. It's just beautiful.
Do you think you could
Oh,
teach an
that's cool.
AI how to play Elden Ring?
Yeah.
And would
Or
it
can-
play?
Yeah, definitely.
and
Could
would it-
Elden Ring be beaten with a pacifist mentality?
Yeah, they do the playthroughs where they just have the summons do all the work.
Okay. So it's like, oh, don't look at it. It's not happening.
Yeah.
But if
I
you
didn't
if you
cause
if
this.
you if you summoned those summons, are you really a pacifist? Or
What if you summoned somebody and they decided to do that? Because I mean, your summon has no choice.
well, yeah, but you can't
Somebody
guarantee the
once
outcome.
Told me that
It's gonna
Rosebox
ruin.
1 4606. Not what I wanted to do, Morgan. You missed this one. Add it to your tally. James has a beautiful tick. He says that's not what I wanted to do, or that's not what I meant to do. Probably 15 times a video.
Oh, Danny, did you bring that challenge thing up?
Oh, not yet.
I'm talking about going mano y mano. Not
I
what I meant to
you
do.
did say it, but you didn't
Yeah.
catch it.
No, I didn't catch it. That's my
well,
bad.
the boys here were talking about doing the race thing again, the Dark Souls 3 race, or they come up with like James. Well, I would play Dark Souls 1. James would play 2. You would play 3, I guess, because Morgan picked Elden Ring, and therefore we would all then race to see who would finish first. But it doesn't
Okay.
seem, you know.
Oh no, not to see who would finish first. In my mind, it was that we as a team would commit to beating.
Oh,
each of
like
the games.
like a continuous stream,
Consecutive.
yeah, like a relay race. So I would beat 1,
Exactly.
and then you would come on and do 2, and it would be a continuous stream until we beat all 4.
Yep.
It's like, how do you one up the 24 hours of streams that we've done?
Yeah,
'Cause,
that'll
I
one
mean,
up it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, people could die. Actually,
It is the prepare to die edition.
It's the prepare to die stream.
you know, 7 weeks of no food, and James is still on the tutorial, and it's like, you know, dangers. Yeah, but no, I did actually was going to bring it up. Zach had a great idea, but now he's here, he could actually, you know, he can put it across himself. He can do the
Right.
old elevator
Welcome to
pitch.
Shark Tank, Zachy boy.
Oh God, this
What-
is worse than I thought it would be.
You can pitch your idea now to Shark Tank.
Are we not taking this offline? No. It was
No,
just the fact we
no.
would
If you want to take
set
it
up-
offline, I'm
no,
so
no.
sorry. I'm just
It's
kidding.
fine. It's fine. Monthly challenge of some sort, and it would be like the first person to either win or fail it has to post a short on the channel, and it would be video game related or something silly like you sang something maybe.
Kind
And,
of like a James versus Games, but just like spread out
A
between all of
competition.
us, and like whoever
Yeah.
does it first.
Kind of, and it's more of like a short form. Like it's not going to take much for being like, guess who lost the challenge or guess who won. It's a bragging right or whatever. But
What if it was
Just
like a
think
high
about-
score chase? So it's like, you know, Spelunky And I'm not saying that that's the one that we would do, but everybody can do it as many times as they want, but they have to submit by the end of the month the best score, and then the person who loses the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems fun. Like beating Dark Souls every month might be something that's a little hard to like not only prove but like accomplish. But having like something that is easy to package in a small video.
Well, I thought it would also be kind of funny because this is my initial thought was just like, oh, it'd be fun to be like the first person to beat a game would be maybe the first challenge, and like if someone wanted to, they could go play the most pathetic or whatever. No judgments.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They'd be like, I won, but I played Paparazzi. Or something like that.
Yeah,
you can't win Paparazzi.
No Snake Hotel, where you can literally beat it in about.
You're right.
2 minutes.
Everybody wins with Paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
But I guess that would be the fun. Is like who gets the like cheesiest, shortest game there is. But it's Snake Hotel. I think it would be argued that you only can lose it. You can't win Snake Hotel.
Right, and I guess that could be a thing. I guess we'll have to find a judge. It'll either be the
you'll be
audience.
In charge, you coordinate everything and figure it out and send me.
Not this shit again.
Well, who's gonna do it?
I don't know. Someone who doesn't live in Boston in a moving vehicle going from like state to state with his Starlink setup. Now we know you're in the back of a U-Haul. That is like your girlfriend's just driving it right now.
I wish.
They can't keep track of us, sweetie. I could be on the road.
All right.
You know, I have to tell you.
Oh.
I have to tell you that it was only a few weeks ago, but I had a conversation with the guy at Kit Fox Games who developed Paparazzi, and it was very hard not to express my admiration for that game. It's like, you know, meeting your heroes, and I just thought I'd share that because I just thought it was interesting.
That's pretty cool. Did you meet him like at a convention?
No, it was just on the old inter Skype, web, Google Meet, Hangout, Zoom.
Yeah, no one really lets you.
Anyway,
okay, I don't want to hold things up because obviously we got to get going. But did you hear, and maybe it's a joke, that Microsoft was going to use ChatGPT to improve Bing?
It's true.
They are going to implement that next week.
Yes.
That's crazy. It might actually make Bing a usable search bar. That's incredible.
Google also bought another
OpenAI, which is the one that started the AI Dungeon, right?
You're high as hell. ChatGPT is OpenAI. I think the other one's called Arcimoto or something like that. But Google bought that one, and they're going to implement.
I heard Google bought a different one, but I thought it was OpenAI. But
hey, James, just a heads up. Just let him finish what he was saying before interrupting.
No.
Okay.
Don't get us into that fight again, Zach.
James hates facts, so he doesn't want to hear it.
If anyone's ever used OpenGPT,
I use it every day.
If that was just if Bing was doing the same thing. I mean, I don't trust him that to get it right though. I mean, we'll see.
I had a bedtime story written for my friend's kid the other day. Perfect.
Oh, I had it write a stand-up joke. Let me see. Let me find it. It was
I want to find the story. We should perform it.
It was a stand-up joke that it created a joke, and I was like, oh, that doesn't seem very good. And like, can you make it darker? And it came up with a much darker version of the joke. And the joke was the prompt was to write a stand-up joke that was about never wanting to leave the house. You ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going to get the before and after? Sorry. Are you going to?
No, I only have the darker one saved.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Why leave the house? The outside world is a scary place. People are constantly judging each other, and you never know what's going to happen next. At least when I'm at home, I'm in control. I don't have to worry about being rejected or hurt. I can just be myself, surrounded by the four walls that keep me safe from the cruelty of the world. It's like I've built my own little cocoon, and I never want to leave. So if you ever need to find me, just look for the person who's too afraid to face the real world. That'll be me.
Want that printed on a shirt?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I
I
mean,
just want to
bad
see
at
a
all.
computer then like pushed off stage.
Just
I'm-
crying.
I mean, it's
I-
God, I think I
it's
might have it
definitely
right in my
dark.
stand-up act.
It made it way darker.
I really do, to be fair, wish you could find the less dark version now, just for the comparison.
I can see if I have it. I saved
Because-
ChatGPT
because-
is not loading for me. It's like, no, too many people. By that they mean Morgan. It's trying to use it right now.
Yeah, I mean, it hit the brief in every way except the joke bit because that was just.
I didn't even think about jokes. I was just like, oh, a children's story. Fucking relieve me of that pressure.
No, I
princess
don't have
in a
the
tower.
original.
Well, not every joke has to have a punchline.
They did have a punchline. If you're looking for the person who's afraid of the real world, that'll be me.
Yeah, dude.
That's
You
the punchline.
How is that a punchline?
voice.
That's just an existential crisis. I mean,
Which
I
is
wrote that joke.
hilarious.
Is that not a punchline?
Uh,
the only thing
so
I've
good.
ever seen ChatGPT do is when I saw Mikey use it, and he was asking it questions to try and figure out
How V3 can work?
how V3
How's that
can
going,
work.
by the way?
And
at
it
least
was
when
in-
I'm at home.
I
I'm in
it- it-
control.
it
I don't
was-
have to worry about being rejected or hurt.
it was very impressive. I thought.
Oh, I cannot wait. Just people are going to be like communicating like that. I feel like that's a scene in the movie Children of Men. I want to say that kid at the dinner table is like literally communicating like that. Son, are you enjoying your dinner?
But you know,
Right,
it's also it's got a lot of potential for abuse. Apparently, people have been asking it to write pieces of malware, and it'll just do it, and they just work, and they don't
What?
get detected and things like that. Like people, like
Doesn't it say that on the bottom of the page? It's just like, hey,
Yeah.
this thing's
But you can, with the careful manipulation, you can get it to do things that it says that it won't do. So, like if you ask it something and it says no, I'm not going to do it, just ask it again in a slightly nicer way, and then it'll do it. Because it
it's like
Oh,
me
yeah.
in bed.
yeah, it's like
you
it maintains
polite to
context.
it?
So no, I'm just saying, like if it's refusing to do things, like if you just keep being persistent, eventually it'll just do it anyway.
Well, you heard about the Infinite Seinfeld episode that got shut down, right?
No.
AI was generating an Infinite Seinfeld episode with these little computer generated Seinfeld characters.
That would be the first Seinfeld episode I'd ever watch. And I guess I would never stop watching it. I'd die watching a Seinfeld episode. The
Well,
irony.
it got shut down because it started getting transphobic.
Oh my gosh. Now,
Yeah,
was
isn't
it
weird that
images
the
or just a
computer's
script?
really
It's
go that
little
route?
images, but it's the same image over and over again. It's just them sitting in the living room, and it's like
Well, that's every episode of Seinfeld.
maybe like Max Headroom quality room.
So basically,
I
Max
mean-
Headroom is now real.
Kinda, yeah.
Someone should make a Max Headroom AI version. I think that would be great.
I mean, that has to exist already, right?
I'm
More
sure
than
it
likely.
does.
Where are we up to? Kamikaze Ice, you
more.
need the Waystone. Gamefront going to Gamefront.
What is it,
We
the
didn't need the
Waystone?
Waystone.
Wow. very dismissive.
2755. James, if you look at the bottom left of your screen, when there's a blue line over your spells, means you're out of FP. That's a good hint.
Oh.
That's a
I mean,
really
I
good
guess
hint.
it's I don't know how you guys play games, but like I'm not looking at the bars. That's why I have a coach there. Like
Don't they-
I'd say
What?
75% of your job is just keeping track of my bars.
I would love a swimming coach just being like, breathe, breathe, breathe.
I mean, a yoga
Pull your
teacher
head
does
out
it,
of
and
the
you're not
water.
even
Left arm,
underwater.
left arm.
When you look at the back of the box for Elden Ring, does it say 2-player co-op on it?
Yeah,
As,
yeah.
as
It
a
says
requirement.
2-player co-op only.
Yeah.
Required
You know-
second player.
You don't have like a general knowledge of how far your bar is.
Oh.
No, so you know what I think would be good is like I could just turn that shit off because I don't use it anyways.
Is okay.
Should we turn off the
Oh, wow.
UI?
I mean, I'm gonna shut your UI off pretty soon if you keep.
Ooh. It's true. James does look like he might be created. What if we just did like the Metal Gear Solid or what you do with a kid? You know, you plug in another controller, and he thinks he's playing the game, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
parsec in, and then James is just like, "I'm doing great today," and you're like, "Yeah, buddy, you're doing great."
I think he said he
Look
got
at your-
hip to that when he was younger. The baby
Well,
face would take him to
That's
the
that's
yard.
why he's bashing the buttons in the cutscenes in Spider-Man, isn't it? It was literally the same
Yep.
things.
Well, James also still thinks he's young. He's just peaking.
But I'm about to. I need to be
Uh,
ready for when I do peak.
Pill, a nice lost and found episode regarding the seals overall. It's whatever until you really invest in upgrading them and leveling up faith and whatever else. Scales, a short rundown, and then we get a big rundown
That's the end of the comment.
somewhere else. I think
You
I think
can't
he
click
does
it?
somewhere else.
I
think there's some
Pill,
sort of-
Pill may have
something
left
Oh.
for this
about it.
world.
There it
Yes.
is.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
short rundown. We talked about this when we went over it. Yeah,
Yeah,
can
we
skip
talked
it.
about this in there, and we use it. And actually, I should probably copy that and paste
And then you
it
just
so that I
ignore
have
it wholeheartedly and just pick whatever
No,
you
I
want.
don't ignore it.
James, what's the keyboard shortcut for copying and pasting?
Well, the problem is I'm watching a video on YouTube. It's Control C.
Thank you.
All right,
So
scroll
that's
up.
the answer. I know
We
it.
don't need this. Danny.
And
Steve the
Control
Ghost.
V for paste.
Gonna order a heaping plate of pickled feet for lunch today. Thanks to Morgan's endorsement of them. As for the seals, either just go to the wiki and actually read about them, or just flip a coin at the beginning of each episode to decide which one to use, which is essentially what we're doing. Ghost, did you actually do that? Did you eat the feet? You were saying it sounded gross.
Eat your feet.
Feet. I don't understand
you
how
order
you guys
just
are grossed out about it. You guys love meat and stuff, right?
Oh, you just lump it all together, mister. You're such a look
Yeah,
at
it's
you
all
on
the
your
same
high
thing.
mountain. I have the
What's the
high
difference?
ground.
You
Oh,
like
sorry.
arugula, but do you
Sorry,
like wet,
I-
soggy, slimy
I
arugula?
only eat the butt, not the feet.
Do you
I-
like
47,
eating
yeah, I do
wet,
eat the butt.
slimy arugula?
Oh,
Morgan?
enjoy the butt.
Yeah, you know I do.
No, you don't.
Oh.
You would never
You
eat
don't-
slimy, old arugula.
There's probably a
The-
bowl of it
I
right
would
next
eat
to him, and
pickled
he's
arugula.
down.
Sure, pickled arugula
Pickled
is
arugula.
different.
There's
A nice crisp
I
piece
don't
of
think
pickled
there's
arugula.
any vegetable that you could pickle that I would be like, no, I'm not going to try that.
I didn't know you could pickle a green.
I don't think you can.
Well,
But
like
if there
that,
was
yeah.
a way
I mean,
to pickle it, I would try it.
Well, if
Yeah,
you
I
pickled a
love
green, it
pickle-
would just be
pickle it up.
something like coleslaw or sauerkraut.
Yeah, but those are hardier greens. They have more insoluble fiber to keep themselves together.
are you guys saying grains or greens? I'm saying greens.
Greens.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying greens.
Because I pickle my own onions, my green beans, my asparagus.
Yeah.
Pickle.
You
I like
pickle them
pickling
yourself?
stuff. Oh hell yeah!
Well, I'm
Pickle some
impressed.
baby corn. Baby corn's my jammity jam. Get on that.
Next time you make pizza, you should do pickled pineapple.
Yeah. Nope. Pineapple.
No, it's-
well, okay. You know what?
It's
I'll
really
humor it.
good. It's really good.
I'll,
For pizza?
I'll probably enjoy pickled pineapple by itself.
It cuts the sweetness down a lot, and it just makes it like pineapple flavor and a little bit more salty. 47.
Sorry for distracting so much on this, but I gotta tell you out loud that I tried a new beer at the theater, and it's a sour beer, which I don't usually like, but it's a sour beer that's pickles. It's pickle sour beer, and your first sip is just like, oh my god, what is this? But I drank like 3 of them, and it grew on me. I liked it. A pickle beer.
I can see being good with nuts or pretzels, maybe. Like as a.
Maybe. Well, they ordered it, and
Sure.
like everybody at the West Side thinks it's completely nasty. So it's like, well, what are we gonna do with this beer? And I said, don't worry, guys, I'll drink it. and I
And it
drank
wasn't like
3
it's
of them.
not like a joke thing. Like when I got, was it you who I got the bacon soda? I got somebody. Bacon
I don't know who. It was
soda.
not me. But no, it was not.
got
It's not a
Morgan.
joke. It's like a craft sour beer. Sour beers have always tasted really weird to me. I don't like them, but the pickled one I think is better than a usual sour beer because it kind of tastes like cucumbers and it's salty and sour. It's really weird.
Oh, I guess that makes.
Alright.
I
sense.
can,
don't wanna
I,
hear
can,
it.
I
Make
can
a
see how
point
that might taste
about
kind of
purring
refreshing in a
later
weird
on.
way. I'd be
Yeah.
interested in trying that if it was
Yeah, it'd be good.
non-alcoholic.
4751. I've learned how to fight, and I'm pretty good at it. Proceeds to jump into an enemy without attacking immediately after thumping his chest.
That's I
that-
think the same one where
Yeah.
I was doing. Yeah,
It's like
the
that
rot
scene
breath.
from Wolf on Wall Street.
It's like
well, I
we've.
guess it might be different.
Oh no, I think
It's
this might be
different.
different.
It's different.
It's
Yeah, it's
47.
It's the
It's
same
only
one
a
thing,
couple minutes
guys.
later, though.
It's almost like he's repeating his mistakes.
It's like 50 First Dates.
Like if you
Oh, you think she has it
Oh,
bad, huh?
the jump without the attack is beautiful. Oh, we.
I have not even seen.
Is that it?
That's it. That's what the moment we've all been waiting for.
Wow. James is
Well-
attacking the commenters. Oh, this is where we actually get lost.
Good news. Got even more to go through now. We're on episode
My name
number
is-
80.
Her name is One Episode James. I forget everything after one episode.
Bosox
Morgan.
2K1. Morgan, why are you trying to discuss physics with James when his example is a 1,000-pound, 1,000-foot wide piece of paper?
Oh, yeah. What was that
My
about?
bad.
We're talking about how things fall, and I was trying to describe to him that the poundage doesn't matter as much as the air disbursement. It's a physics thing. I'm talking about the Bernoulli principle.
Okay.
So if you have 1,000, what we're talking about is not just wood. It's paper. It's paper. Paper's made of wood. So it's 1,000 pounds, but it's 1,000 feet wide. That's gonna be, and it's 1,000 feet tall. So it's like a plywood piece that's square. But if you had 1,000-pound cube, or even 1,000.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Bernoulli's principle in fluid dynamics, Bernoulli's principle states that an increase in the speed of fluid occurs simultaneously with a decrease in static pressure.
Which has nothing to do with... question
That's
for
how-
you,
well,
James.
find out why what it has to do with flight. Because air is a liquid when it's just a vaporous liquid.
It's a fluid dynamics principle. It doesn't have anything to do with
Yeah.
flight.
It
But
creates
just-
lift around the airplane wings.
That to one side, just to boil it back down to basics, if it's a 1,000-foot wide piece of paper and it weighs 1,000 pounds, what Home Depot are you shopping at where you're getting 1 foot wide pieces of paper that weigh a pound? I don't understand.
It's in Theory Depot. It's in Theory Depot.
Okay. Okay. Phone Socks, DK1. Jeez, poor Punker. Spelling? I think that's spelled correctly.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
where
there's-
Morgan's saying like if I like pickled pig's feet, I should just eat Punker alive. Like just take a bite out of her. Is basically
that's
what he's
correct.
saying.
Is it a U rather than an E after the K?
And if you take a small enough bite,
She's gonna recover.
yeah.
Well, we've been thinking about getting rid of her tail, and what else are you gonna do with it?
So
Oh,
basically,
like the
you want to move
placenta.
on from pickled pig's feet to pickled Punker.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah, that's it. 46.25. I stand by whatever I said.
What was it, 46?
Yeah, I was there
25?
January 6th. Oh, shit. They put that
Yeah, I
in
put my
there.
feet up on the desk. What's the big deal? I could barbecue Punker in a way that you would enjoy.
Stood out a photo.
Hang on, let me hear that
That
again.
Lucy. Jesus
I'm really
Christ.
good at barbecue.
Yeah, he says that he could barbecue Punker in a way I would really enjoy, and
Yeah.
I just don't think he's right.
How do you? What do you mean? I'm really good at barbecuing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and if you didn't know, does he have to? Is he aware of it that it's punkered before he's eating?
yeah,
Or-
he
Ooh,
didn't tell me
yeah.
that part.
What if you didn't know it was Punker?
That'd be good.
Would
As long as
you didn't
tell me
find
until
out
way
afterward it was Punker?
Way later.
What is that movie I'm totally brain farting on? With Charlton Heston.
Soylent Green.
It's made. Yeah, it's made of people.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's made of punkers.
Yeah.
47.25.
Really
There
stretched
is a
it out.
difference. When you hunt a bear in a den, as in when it's hibernating, you can be sure that it's full of shit and probably would taste worse because bears eat all kinds of crap to block their butthole before hibernation. Weird. Artica, why would someone hunt a bear for? Pill, best guess, meat, fur, stuff, the thing. Artica, oh, I don't realize we were still in the Paleolithic age, or at least some people are. Pill, hey, some people enjoy collecting stamps, others collecting bear hides. Weird. We were talking about the
I'm a little confused by Pill's logic there.
Some
I mean,
people
if
like
you're
collecting
enjoying the-
stamps.
If you're
Some
enjoying
people
the
like collecting bear
intestine-
hides.
Hey,
It's not.
if I was gonna sleep for a long time, I'd be like eating a bunch of wine corks.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't
Coming
know.
up
I
my
haven't done the
ass.
research. Morgan only Googles me when I bring up the Bernoulli principle. But my guess is it sounds realistic. Like they have to do something to keep themselves from shitting out all of the stuff that's supposed to keep them alive during their hibernation. So they're trying to keep them. So I'm sure it's just. I don't really want to know, honestly. It's one of those situations where you've learned just enough to know I don't need that knowledge.
I have a question. Why would you make an AI background of a rabbit instead of just finding a picture of a rabbit?
What do you mean?
Your original understudy's background has a rabbit standing in grass, but why would you just not use? There's plenty of pictures of rabbits standing in grass.
Well, because I don't really know what it's going to pop out. What I do is I take the suggestion that I've been given and I take the whole suggestion and I put it into the AI generator. And I usually go for 9 variations and I pick my favorite. So what that one was, and I don't even think it's a very good one, but it's supposed to be Little Bunny Fufu. That's what I got for Little Bunny Fufu, and there was like a whole bunch of options, but none of them really looked like a rabbit. There was some really weird looking stuff, and then I put the oil paint filter over it.
It does look like he could be walking through a forest.
Yeah, but like in my mind, Little Bunny Fufu is something that it would be like a cartoon, or like I don't know. Like I thought it was...
James never had a Game Boy. Danny, keep these rolling. James is going to lose steam here pretty quick. Brad Hahn, why you got a health debuff status icon? Do you have a Baldachin's Blessing in your inventory? Yeah, he does. 2930. Oh, Medidio, James, you know how they say to err is human, to persist is diabolical. 2930.
Oh, you want to watch that?
Oh, Danny, do you mind telling me what Baldachin's Blessing is? Because Morgan says he's never going to tell me again.
And James doesn't know how to use a computer except for finding AI art of Little Bunny Fufu.
Oh, that was too close. It'd be funny. I bet I do it like 2 or 3 more times.
Doomed to learn the lesson over and over again. Damn it.
This is a fun thing to watch. Get back in there, James. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's probably just a loop.
First lessons you learn when you go into a dungeon.
And that sewer. Yeah.
No, in the beginning of the game.
No, I remember. It's like where that poison sewer area is. I remember where I was supposed to learn that lesson.
Okay.
It's like near a gargoyle statue that I pay, and then it was awful. It was the very difficult part of the game.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. It's me. How is it possible after 80 videos he's still struggling with basic stuff like navigating the menus or hitting the correct buttons? Question mark.
I have big fingers.
Sure. Kamikaze Ice 2056. Not the way I thought it was going to go. Ice at 3325. Insert, how many times do we have to teach you, old man meme here?
I bet you that's me not using the blue, like tracking my blue.
I think you would have said.
What was it? 33...
25.
25.
Like you learned this lesson before, specifically. He didn't. He never learned. He only pretended to learn.
Is this the one where it goes in a big circle and you don't know where to go?
Yeah, but James didn't know he was in a big circle. It's pretty
cool. Yeah.
I have to admit I struggled with this one. The rainbow gems, if you've got any, are a good way to keep track of
I bet you I got a bunch of them. I never used them.
Drop rainbow gems, and then you know if you're in the same place or not.
That would have actually slowed him down.
37
to 40. James the expert, he expertly execute entertainment of an easy fight, all for us, the viewers, to show how his expertise is expert level expertly.
Okay, is this me boss fighting without a summon, or is this the one where I actually break down and get the summon?
I don't know, but it's nearly 4 minutes long. So
I hope we discussed this in the other videos. I don't know how many we got up, but I hope we discussed the summons thing.
Yeah,
I think it comes up in one of the later videos that we get to.
Yeah, Danger Dad. That envoy's Longhorn, Long Hong. is a god tier level faith weapon. One of my favorite weapons in the game, honestly. It decimates large enemies like dragons with its bubble burst Ash of War. I seriously wipe the floor with every dragon and dragon related boss spamming L2 with this weapon. If you ask me, the bubble blowing Jazzis of Lindell are the only reason why that giant dragon is lying dead in the capital city.
Oh, that's
in other
cool
words,
lore.
you should level that sucker up. At the very least, keep it in your pocket for some dragons. Another thing you could do is dual wield it with your current Great Mace, since they are the same weapon type. You would have to drop the shield and a good amount of armor, though. Just food for thought.
What? They're the same weapon type? How is that possible?
Oh, if you look into the equipment menu, you can see what type of weapon they are.
They just seem so different. But I will take their word for it.
Yeah. You should maybe every time you pick one up and you're interested in the weapon, just like see what type it is.
I didn't think I was interested in it. It didn't look that powerful. Little bubbles flying around. I'm wrong. I'm willing to admit it, but I was not interested in it.
Ice is saying in the comments, long bubble equals winner only if you level faith, which James doesn't do anymore.
Yeah.
Ice in the comments, 106.13. How many swings does it take to hit a stationary enemy?
7.
Did
What's
you
your
just
bet?
cheat?
I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think 3 is the right
Oh,
answer.
so it's Tootsie Pop reference.
I had a very tough time in here. 1.
1,
Kept getting lost.
2,
Oh. But you can see
One.
you're
1,
in sewers now.
2. Okay.
Okay.
1.
Oh, you just got it.
I don't know.
Maybe that was the end of. Maybe it started at the end of me really struggling. But I think, if anything, I've completely redeemed myself with all those ceiling hits.
Yeah, everyone's really impressed.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. 3 or 4 misses, but they weren't changed.
Ice is saying that the timestamp is wrong. Was like 1 minute removed from the video.
Oh, did someone trim the
Was
video?
there a post?
I mean, I
edit.
didn't do it.
Post edit Malone.
Did you do?
525 James Teen, the science bean, explains how gravity works.
Well, none of these will be correct, will they? I mean,
Well,
Let's find out. We can
All of
see.
them were correct so far, weren't they?
I mean,
which
look at that
comment
one.
are you
We
looking
skipped
at?
a couple
Oh,
of
there we go.
Ices. Yeah, 525.
520.
Let's check it.
Heen.
I mean, I guess the difference would be like depending on your mass.
James Heen, the expert guy.
It's the right
That's
video.
where I
Yeah,
started talking.
Yeah, he started talking about it, but it is a little bit off. I would say that Ice usually puts it like right where it is, right?
Is it possible that just while it was rendering, it shortened it? Yeah, I mean, I didn't make any edits to it.
Ice, if you're being held hostage, blink twice, okay? We're gonna send someone to help you out.
Was this just James talking about his £1 piece of paper?
Yeah, that was basically me explaining gravity.
Yeah.
Pretty
We
thoroughly.
covered all that stuff.
Is it how things fall to gravity?
Well, things fall at the same rate, don't they? Because it's terminal velocity or whatever. In a vacuum.
Here comes James.
In a vacuum.
Off the top rope.
In a vacuum.
Oh, you're not going to say the same thing you said to me? All right. 50,
Wait,
56.
I don't
James
remember what I
discovers
said
gravity.
to you. I just
You
know
can
the
kill
facts.
him in other ways.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna teach you a little bit about terminal velocity. It's
Pill.
a Maverick skydiver and a former KGB agent team up to stop the Russian mafia from stealing gold. Okay?
I think
don't know why you guys
seen
don't get
this
it.
one.
Pretty
a
straightforward.
A golden age of movies where your pitch could be like, it's a movie about skydiving. And that would be just, that's the
all
whole
you
pitch.
pretty much need. There's
I
two
know.
of them. I mean,
It's-
there's then the Wesley Snipes one. That's with Charlie Sheen. And it's Si Magnifique. James Gandolfini gets
Is Point Break a
skydive movie.
skydive
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah, I think it's
I mean,
lumped
it's
in.
a
It's
movie
also a
that has
surfing
skydiving.
movie
It's
as
a
well.
surfing
Yeah.
movie. So, yeah.
Bank robbing movie.
Pill, you still have one more boss to fight in the sewers, and reward is pretty good. To find him, you need to drop down into the pipe past the large hall full of imp statues and follow through that pipe. Morgan should remember. Oof, I did not. But I think we get there in the end.
Well, not in this video. We get there in the next video.
In the end.
That's
Oh,
just
God,
the
it's-
beginning. I
it's-
just got done with the tutorial.
All right,
Just
here
when
we
you
go.
thought
I
it
think
was
this is the one
over.
where I get mad. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break.
All right, bye-bye.
All right,
Right.
let's take it to the bottom. I think we got this. We can end strong.
Kamikaze Ice says 12
12:58.
minutes.
Morgan reading a super important tip for James Baba Heaney. Please disclose at the next business meeting. HR, thanks for your time.
I'm intrigued. What's
What?
that? 12:58.
Yeah, that's very intriguing.
I like that he spelled meat with an A.
Wonder if that was a pun.
I think it might have been. Little word play.
Let's have a listen to this.
That's you. Kamikaze Ice says at 27:55. James, if you look at the bottom left of your screen. with the
Oh
blue
my
line
God,
over your
please
spells,
stop.
You're out of FP.
Come on,
Oh.
please stop. I know it's there. I know it's there.
He just expects his coach to be. It's like rally racing, like dirt rally and stuff. You have like
Yes.
your co-pilot, and he's the one
Yes.
giving you the heads up on the turns coming up. It's like 45 degree
Mhm.
soft turn, something like that. I don't fucking know the right things.
I think you're right, though.
Uh,
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I was left, but I took a right, and that's why they don't allow me to do it anymore. Son of a bitch, man! I was like, I was right up there with Frankie Muniz. Nah, he did a different.
What I miss?
Just a bunch of bullshit
You
coming out of my mouth.
reading a message from ICE about me looking at the blue thing. You don't need to see it again.
Live?
Yeah,
very
just
good.
this.
Kamikaze Ice
Oh, we
says
do.
at 27:55. James, if you look at the bottom left of your screen where there's a blue line over your spells, means you're out of FP. It's good every time.
He
It's
made
also
us,
nice
he made us
watching
play
you-
it, and we didn't know it was coming. So he got us, and yeah, I mean, I think it should be played on a loop until it sinks
Until he
in.
gets it.
Mhm.
Which will be never.
All
9:17.
right, 917 has no explanation, and that's pretty upsetting already.
Wow. I bet it's the same thing.
9:17.
I'm trying.
The difference between Danny and James is that when Danny became OP, he knew it. James is
Oh,
OP
yeah, we
now,
talked
so he's
about
gonna
this.
go Baba. Oh, I didn't
We
know
just-
that.
Yeah, this was
just-
us reading
that
these
was me reading
comments.
yeah, this is the
We're
comments.
just going over
reading
the comments we just read.
And we're reading the comments. of those
10
comments.
minutes ago. This is becoming very. Oh, right. Dark Page 713. Well, James, have you had Brad in a can? What?
Bread in a can, but it sounds like he says Brad, I think.
That's funny. Where do you place Elden Ring among the other FromSoft games? That's a good question. James?
As of now, number 1. But it might
Oh,
be
wow.
that when I beat it, I have a different feeling on it.
Even above your precious Dark Souls 3.
Yes. I love Dark Souls 3, but this seems bigger and better. But I guess until I play it a second time, I won't really know if it holds up.
Yeah. I mean, when I finished it the first time, I thought I would never play again, and then now I've put hundreds of hours into it after that.
Yeah, so
Let's get
James
here,
is gonna
Chris.
have to get back to it in like a decade. You'll give him the heads up on how you felt for the second
Yeah.
playthrough.
I mean, it's the tops for me as well. It's just really good.
Armored Core.
I'm
Looking
excited for
forward
that
to
to
it.
come out. I know nothing about it. Danger
Me
Jad, yo
too.
Morgan. If you're a fan of Pokemon, you should play Persona 5. It's similar, but with more adult themes. It also has a skill tree sort of system, as well as countless other odds and ends that make for fun gaming. That does sound fun. Pokemon was really fun. James, we should get you into Pokemon somehow.
We should try to get Morgan a save from Spider-Man and just see how quickly he could learn how to do the point jump.
That would be harsh.
I have a
mean,
3-year-old right now that's around, and he's doing pretty good actually. I'll
What
film
if
him.
what if I just started and streaming in the mornings and see if I could catch up to James?
Come on,
So you'll be doing it for a day?
Do you think I would catch up in a day? No.
I don't know.
Really?
Man. You
I'm
go hard
60. I'm
sometimes.
62% of the way through the game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say how old you were.
I'm 62. Cut me some slack.
It's true. You're right. I think you're almost considered elderly.
Kamikaze Ice, we didn't have fan mail today, so I'm a little lost. You don't say. Yeah, fan mail is helpful for getting back on track.
Mhm.
I'm liking the new death counter. The previous one were a mess. Yes, Jibs, a mess. Thank you. He
Brutal.
stole my Onion Knight counter. I'm outraged.
That was for
Good
me.
job,
Who said
Danny.
that?
He's just
This-
a little Baba after all. That's Danny.
It was my
But I
concept.
thought Morgan made that Onion Knight counter.
Well, the
Yeah, but
AI made it.
He loves
But
the
it was
Onion
for
Knight.
but it was for me for my next playthrough because I like Onion Knights.
I mean, I also put a Grim Reaper one up the week before. I thought that one was pretty good. I might just randomly rotate different death
Oh,
counters.
in
hate
fear
that
of them
idea.
getting worse, I will allow you. I will bequeath you my Onion Knight death counter.
Just stick with the Grim Reaper one. That one was fine. At least there's some logic there, I guess.
Just doing something different every time, wasting your time doing something different instead of checking like levels.
Be like Wreck-It
or...
Ralph one day and be like, what the fuck is going on here? Come on,
I mean, to be honest, right? You know, an AI generated picture of a knight who looks like an onion, holding a death counter sign in Elden Ring, which doesn't feature the Onion Knight, is a little abstract.
It's
Yeah,
still-
a little abstract.
Still in theme though, more than the whatever trash.
Oh
stained
yeah, I mean
glass
the
bullshit
stained
you
glass
had on
window
there before.
nonsense. Yeah, but I mean, but I'm just saying the
I
Grim
loved 'em.
Reaper at least is relevant to dying. So
There's a lot of
But-
stained glass throughout the FromSoft games.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you,
yeah,
Zach.
go back to him. Yeah, Zach likes.
Well,
them.
here the ultimate thing is it's way easier to do
Yeah,
this
it's
new way
flip
because I'm just
flop.
typing the numbers in.
it's almost like we told you to do that from the start.
Yeah, well, I wish somebody would have had a thought of it before me. You know.
It's almost like
Yeah, I
typing
know
it
that
in
you
is
guys
so
said
easy
that typing
that
it's
you can do
faster
it on a
than the
live
starter.
stream.
I know that you've said that typing it's faster, but I want it to have some artistic integrity, like AI generated art. You know?
Artistic integrity.
Yeah, that's not our forte, dude.
AI generated art.
You scroll up so we can move on.
Yeah.
Well, Ken
So
Eric
scroll
says
up.
go easy on him, Danny, because he's just a little baba
Just keep
after all.
scrolling.
I know.
Sox 2K1. Well, I looked up dried beef and it auto-populated dried beef in a jar, which is the dried beef I was talking about. And of course, Hormel makes it. Gonna buy a jar of that and pickled feet for my wife and record her reaction. Yes, I want to see that, Bosox. So if you do that, please let us know when that's done.
Don't do
Red
that. She will serve you divorce papers.
Red Hunt. I remember James had to eat haggis in a can once. That's disgusting.
That was the only time I actually threw up. The other times were me like gagging and putting it out my nose, but I threw up when I ate that.
We made it
so
bad, though.
You,
I
it
remember
was a disgrace to
crying.
haggis. You put half a bottle of whiskey in it. You put it in a fucking
That's what
microwave.
the
It was a
recipe said to
abs-
do, man.
No,
Those
man.
said-
Yeah,
Sure.
but whatever that recipe was, like that's not haggis.
and
that's
it was
just
from
an
a can.
abomination.
It was disgusting.
Yeah,
You,
Ugh.
you left it in the. Well, did you put it in a bowl? I can't
That
remember.
poor
But
office.
We
Yeah, I
put it
think
in a bowl
no,
because we put it in the
we would not put it
microwave.
in a
I
can.
bet
And we
that
put, like,
kitchen
microwave
stank
haggis.
after you did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It
the
was-
next day there was a note that said you can't cook your haggis here.
Brad Hunt, I remember James had to eat haggis once in a can. What's going to be the punishment exceeding his 1,000 death challenge? Pickled pig's feet, hackerel, durian fruit, wedgie with a swirly, the sweaty Sonic suit. Did we ever get that?
No, that's a promise we never
dang.
fulfilled.
Another
No,
promise.
you When we never do- fulfilled.
when we
You guys
do-
are up
when
to
we
this-
do-
the fan mail trying to make other promises about marathon Dark Souls runs.
When
Maybe
we do,
fulfill the old promises.
When we do-
next decade sometime.
when we do,
Kamikaze
the-
Surstrumming. Surstrumming?
Surströmming. I mean, it's
is
it's that pickled fish from I think it's the Netherlands, but basically it's the one that's so strong that when you just pop the tin slightly, it'll basically kill you.
It's different than gefilte fish.
Yes.
James, you
Uh,
should eat some gefilte fish.
Here we go. Look, it's a nice.
That's like a little jelly fish.
Surströmming, Swedish for sour herring, is a lightly salted fermented Baltic Sea herring, traditional
Oh,
to
maybe it
Swedish
is
cuisine
the same thing then.
since at least the 16th century.
It's like I'm so grossed out I can't even look at the words.
Is it the same as Swedish fish?
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's
it's
I
the
love
exact same
Swedish
thing.
fish.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll get you
We'll cook it
we'll
up.
get you a couple bags of Surstrom.
It's Oh, no.
Yeah, whatever you guys want him to eat, we'll make. But durian fruit would be a good one because it's under.
How do you get durian fruit? I've heard about that, but it does
How
not
do you
seem like it
get
would be
it?
something at the store.
Yeah,
You might,
we'll
well,
figure it out.
exotics. You could, yeah, we could figure it out.
Exotic. Yeah, it's probably like let's say Asian market.
Yeah,
Your
right.
Best bet.
Sorry, exotic wasn't the right term, but
Yeah, it's not the right term.
Here are the instructions for surströmming, right? Always store the tin in the fridge when unopened. It has to be kept cool. Do not keep it in ambient temperature. You must always open it outside. You must never open surströmming indoors.
What?
You just
Maybe it's
you hear
changed.
someone crack
Yeah,
open a
yeah.
can, just a bunch of bodies fall.
Yeah. You must hold a cloth around your hand when you open the tin, as it's pressurized.
What?
It's
Fermented fish.
Okay, I
yeah.
have to look this up now.
It's recommended to also wear gloves. You
Zach, can we put a can of that in James's package?
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
don't. I mean, if that
It's
like
like the-
blows up on my front porch because it like it's dropped,
Since
it
you
will
have blown
ruin
up
my
hot
life.
sauce, Morgan, I may as well send him some.
I love it.
I'll
Alright.
actually have it. I'll send it to Aaron.
James
She won't have any idea.
2215.
Well, this guy's this guy's trying the surströmming, and he's wearing a gas mask. So I mean, I won't put the audio on, but like this is
Those
Yeah.
men are
Oh
dead.
God, turn it off! I can't look at this.
Look at the
Yeah, look
slop
at
coming
this.
out of that thing.
it's the smelliest food that
Oh, James, you gotta eat that, bro. You don't
I-
have
I
to eat
can-
the guts. Look, he's just eating the little.
I mean-
I can
flesh.
do. Oh, when they're little like that, that's
Oh.
not cool. I'll do an ono or a fucking ahi, but that I cannot
Oh,
do
he's-
that
he's-
to a
he's
fish
rocking
that
it up.
small.
these
No,
guys
you
have
know
been.
what happened
It's
to this
like,
man.
Kill me.
That doesn't look like a bad man. Why are you doing bad things to that man?
He likes it. See?
I mean, I can't tell with the
I
audio,
can't
but yeah,
hear
I'm sure.
him, but
Are you?
Sure, it's-
You're probably not supposed to eat it just like a big chunk of it like that, right?
right? Wouldn't you be like smearing it on a crostini?
What I want to see,
Oh.
it's Swedish, you said, or Norwegian?
Swedish.
Oh yeah,
I
It's
want to
a
see
Swedish.
whatever the Swedish version of a redneck, like the person who would enjoy that, and be like, "Oh, I eat surströmming every day for my breakfast." Like whatever.
First thing in the morning, I go open up a can of Sturstrom.
And his house just
Everyone in the
reeks like
house then passes out for 2 hours. I don't know what.
Can you
This is-
imagine the fart that thing produces? All right,
Exactly,
James
like, there's-
2215 says, "Where's the door?"
That's not actually a link, but 22,
What?
22,
Well, we never used the
15.
link.
No,
Thanks
we don't
anyways.
have to, yeah.
Danny. Wow.
I refuse.
But way to shit on somebody.
Where's the door?
Oof.
As advertised, he said, "Where's the door?"
Did you pass the door?
No,
I didn't.
He
We-
walks in.
Oh,
in
there
from
there
the
is no door. It's over in the corner, isn't it? Where you have to go.
There is a
around it.
door.
It's only the door I came in.
Oh my God, Mr.
Yeah,
Beast
a
coming
door.
at us.
Well, it wasn't there.
It was
so-
easy to get lost. Don't laugh at me for not being able to find the door in the maze.
Well, you should
As
have
him
been
getting
fighting.
murdered.
And then he refuses to use healing to fight the. Yeah, I'm gonna start today, mad. 40-43. The struggle continues. Purple poop.
Well, now
I-
that there's purple poop, you got to feel a little bit like, hey.
Oh, this
That's
part
fun.
sucks. Oh no, this isn't the part I thought it was.
Why is it frozen?
I don't know.
Oh, James's
Oh,
edit.
the
this
laptop
computer-
is struggling.
No, I don't think it was the laptop because the
Oh,
timer
Danny
was
tried-
frozen too.
Danny, try to play it again because James is really sure it's your machine, not his.
Just to check,
Yeah.
it's 4043.
That's what it is. The laptop
It's
is
okay.
struggling.
Nope.
Oh,
It's definitely the
dang.
video.
Oh, the internet.
Danny,
Oh, my bad, it
Danny,
was the
why
internet
is your
the whole time.
video like still showing a time code go forward? But I love. No, I didn't
That's
hit the
weird. I don't
pedestrian.
remember it
The
being.
pedestrian hit me.
But
I
you're
bet-
admitting
I-
that
I-
you were
struggling.
wrong, or?
I bet the capture card messed up for a second or something. But
Oh, which one are we using again?
No, it's the laptop.
you're recording
Well,
to
the
another
laptop
laptop,
isn't
right?
filming it. The capture card's recording it.
You know how?
So it
like,
should just be whatever what we're seeing in the laptop because it's just
I think it
HDMI out.
struggled. What? Play it again. What do we say?
Well, I don't think you can see it. I think it's the capture card that's messed up.
True.
Because you're not saying anything, and you can still hear like the sound in the background of him hitting things. So like you don't react to it. So I bet the capture cards were just at a
Possible.
moment.
Mm,
What can you
There
do?
is
just had a moment.
Struggle,
I
though.
say that about my dad too. When they find him randomly at some grocery store, He's just having a
His
moment.
capture card. Oh, he's
335
having a
best part of
moment.
fan mail is seeing clips of stuff like James versus Gravity and the panel's commentary to our comments. It's too funny.
335. Does James Lee yeet himself off a cliff?
You know he does.
It's always the highlight of the week. Do you go straight up?
But could you tell me
Oh.
you hate fan mail without?
Oh, were you shitting
no,
on
he's
fan
just-
mail, James?
He's just shitting on
But
fan
could
mail.
you
Tell me you hate fan mail without.
Hang on.
It's a great idea. We'll read them as we go. Since we missed fan mail, then next week we don't have to have a 4-hour fan mail session. Oh, what I said is it's a great idea to read the things now so that we don't have to take twice as much time reading the fan mail a second time. But it ended up we read
That's
it in
what
the
we did.
video and we read it in real time.
But then we did it anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again. I'll do it again right now.
Pill-
And then you're complaining about 4-hour fan mail. You're telling us about one beer that you drank at the theater.
For like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that
Searching-
wasn't too long.
If I have
Pills.
to hear about the line through the blue bottle one more time through the spells.
The line through the blue bottle.
You can see how that line is pertinent to what we're talking about.
So is pickle beer.
You stop the whole show to talk
Searching,
about pickle.
Pelagius says, searching through all my hard drives. Somehow a very James thing to say. And I was also wondering how long you plan on running around with the Baldachin's blessing in your pants. 26 minutes. Solid 40 seconds of James just chaining James moments back to back.
So, do you know now? Have you taken the Baldachin's blessing off?
I have, but I don't know what it is. What is it? Where
How
does it
could
come
you
from?
figure out what it is?
It's
I'm not
Baldachin's
doing
blessing.
it.
Well, I mean, the lore
You're not gonna
videos are
read
your
what it is.
domain. But do you at
Alright,
least know its
26.
effects?
No, he does not.
Okay.
26 minutes.
26 minutes. What's this? A solid 40 seconds of James just chaining James moments back
We
to
have
back.
40 seconds to see, like, gold?
Mm-hmm. This is what fan mail is for. You can't get past that guy. You might as well cheese him with lightning or something. Why are you killing the little guy?
What little guy?
The little guy that was holding him back from killing you?
Well, I killed him now. You know what I mean?
Oh, go through the door.
Is that
Got
got
him.
it?
Now you can cheese him, but Wait you
for
don't need
it.
to go near him. It's taking hits.
Okay. You're right.
Oh my god.
Oh!
When there's a
I gotta
when
go.
there's a blue line.
Gotta go. Please, please stop.
You take a step forward every time you
Got
do
him.
that. That was one of the most stressful things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
James as Hollywood have accepted that. You think that's an act? You think that he's doing that because he knows that he's getting me fired up?
And scene.
I mean, I've theorized it in the past. I don't know. And maybe it's coming back to a head. You know, he wanes and waxes in his Hollywoodness.
I already know what this item is, and unfortunately, I didn't get that message, and I was able to still come to that realization without it. So, thank you, Elvin. I guess what I'm trying to say. It's the warming stone that he's referencing.
2215 Boo Boo Bear James, after running around for 10 minutes trying to find where he was, finds the enemy and immediately wants to escape. Where's the door? Lol,
We saw that.
2232. James says he found another way in, but he found the same way out. 5613. This is basically move off the top rope from GPW. Should have James fight this guy in the next episode of GPW. RIP GPW.
Ambitious to expect another episode of that. What was it? 5613.
Oh, come on. You guys got to do the annual thing. Got an election coming up.
We should do We should do a WrestleMania around WrestleMania. That seems like a no-brainer. But
We already
Yeah.
missed Royal Rumble.
yeah, but we can't do Royal Rumbles because you can only have 5 creator wrestlers in the ring at any one time before the frame rate decides to shit itself. So
Oh no.
Are we doing it on James's laptop?
Oh.
no, it's just it's a well-known issue with the engine. Like it just doesn't.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Nice.
like that little guy.
It's
It's
cute.
adorable. I might
really
get that
cute.
tattooed. I like it a lot.
Wow, that's a step too far, I think. But I mean, you can't.
Oh, I didn't tell you where I'm getting it tattooed. But
I like the fact that he's got red eyes, which suggests that he has indeed been hitting the candles at some stage.
Well, I mean, he drinks a lot.
The Onion Knight? I
Mhm.
guess he is always drinking his brew and passing it over.
Yeah. 1702 new death counter is balls deep. 55-47 full blown panic sets in.
Have
Is
we
what
seen that
just
one?
watched?
I think that was the.
This is every episode we've ever seen. This full panic.
Hollywood.
I'm not sure. I'm
We
fairly sure that's.
rename the channel Full Panic.
In Amazed, it helps putting down glass shards so you don't go through the same areas over and over like you do in this video.
And then Ken Eric says, "Friendly reminder: when there's a blue line over spells, it means that you're out of FP." Just
Oh, that's what that means.
Yeah.
Make a note of that,
Look up for
James.
that.
Write that down.
James, could you
I'm
watch out
writing
for
it
that?
down.
Good stuff. 82.
Oh, we're
The
really
80.
rolling through them.
We should go to the bottom so you can start from the beginning.
No, let's all watch you try to highlight just the code.
Sorry,
Arctica 5511 squats.
55. Well, that's why I need the code. You see.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, you peeling back the curtain. What was it, 5511?
Hollow Knight playthrough. No, we do not have a Hollow Knight playthrough that I know about.
It's possible if it came out back in the day that Mitch did one. I know he liked that game a lot.
I think it came out after that, right? Or maybe I'm thinking of Hollow Knight 2.
I'm not sure.
What are we watching here? I'm confused.
That's what you look like, Danny. Doesn't that feel weird?
Yeah.
Like Squat Boys.
I felt the squatting was the good bit. It was just more the swing and miss. But then I've done that many times myself. Is it my trademark? Yeah.
2750. You should probably read all those messages. Read. This is Game Front.
2750. Is there a lot of messages?
There's a secret door behind somewhere, and I totally miss it because I don't read the messages. It's a shame.
Very dismissive. Nicely done. It's a shame. Reading is tough.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know where you are.
Good. Thank you.
I never went back there, Morgan.
Really?
Because do you remember I went down there and I fell a lot, and then I kind of said I'd come back again, and I never did. There are things I need to mop up in Elden Ring, but anyway.
Danny the Explorer.
Yep.
3140.
Where's me
I would
back?
think people would love to see the return of James Baba Heaney, whom beat Dark Souls 3 in 25 hours. He got gooder done.
Yeah, but he had like 10 years to practice at that. When did Dark Souls 3 come out?
I don't know, but it was in less than 25 hours. I ended up playing Jackbox for the last 6 hours
Wow.
of it.
Very dismissive once again.
This is James. This is like, I don't know if this is the one. Maybe it's the next video where I get very bad because James does this constantly. If you're one-on-one and he just dismisses everything you say, it makes it a chore to say anything.
James, did you ever watch the documentary called The King of Kong?
I did. It was really good.
Yeah, you're that guy.
Yeah, you're Billy Mitchell.
Not the good guy.
Come on.
Yeah,
I'm the good
Morgan.
guy, you're the
Morgan's
bad
the
guy.
teacher from Seattle. That's just like a sweetheart.
I'm
You're
just
like
trying to play the
"Bro,
game.
Go. But the fucked up part is, don't remember that guy's name. Remember Billy Mitchell's name.
Wasn't Billy Mitchell the guy who got the high scores on Pac-Man or something, but it turns out he was cheating?
He was a fucking full-on liar.
Yeah.
I mean, with a head of hair like that, you don't got time to play video games. Fuck that, dude. You're keeping up that and making your hot sauce. And
3140. Can we see that one?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Steve Wiebe. That was the guy's name, Steve Wiebe.
Oh, that's why
yeah.
I didn't remember. What a name.
Yeah. Oh, man, that guy got beat up.
Before I
for
play
sure
this,
in high
what was the
school.
name of the documentary? Because it sounds like something I'd like to
King
watch.
of Kong.
King of Kong.
Oh,
King
yeah,
of
you should
Kong,
watch
okay,
it. It's really
yeah.
good.
You've never
It's kinda
seen it?
scary.
You should also watch the
Yeah.
indie game movie. If you've never seen that,
I've seen that
watch
one.
that.
But yeah.
Okay.
Is that the one where they make Super Meat Boy?
Yeah,
Yes.
Fez. and you can see how much that guy is a douchebag. And the dude who made Braid is also just like super pretentious, like shoot me in a silhouette.
Well, I would imagine any like 2-man video game team is pretty intense. Sorry, I talked.
Yeah, but the Super Meat Boy guys are like they're pretty down. I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, I met them at E3 before the game like was public.
Oh yeah, the girlfriend's reaction
right around the time.
Was it Soulja Boy? Some guy like posted it, like some hip hop artist, like him playing the game, and that like made Super Meat Boy blow up, kind of.
Oh, is that when he had his handheld?
No, it's before that. Soulja Boy just performed here. It was way out of the blue.
At your house?
I did. No.
On one of the boats.
It did make it seem like that, did it? No. Yeah, right here, dude. It was right outside.
My island. That's a.
I am Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Getting lost in 2 hours in the sewers, and then you just mimicked your past the boss. Like, did we need to have a whole video of me fighting that boss?
Learning how to fight? Yeah, absolutely. People want to see that.
That's every video.
People want to see you get good.
I feel like I'm getting better and better. I feel like the improvements.
As your coach, am telling you that you are not. As the
brutal.
I mean, I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, dismissive. 2212. Morgan thinks James doesn't know what FP is. James,
what do you mean?
Are you going to say what I think you're going to say?
I don't know. No, I couldn't hit him.
Focus points.
It, right? All right. Why do I even bother? Yeah, get the mimic out. Call the mimic. James, you need the mimic.
No, I don't. Fuck. All right.
I mean,
50-11 kill because of squatting.
Oh, really? That seems unlikely.
Yeah, when has squatting ever got you killed?
We're about to find out.
Oh, there's a guy behind me.
Yeah, the two.
You don't see him in the video, but he's behind those like pillars
between two horses, so they can't see you.
Yeah, the two horses there are very annoying, I must admit. But I'm surprised he got you through the wall. Tragic.
I don't think he was through the wall. I give him credit. I think that he had like kind of just edged himself out.
It's how does he horses? It's a horse and a guy standing there with a great bow on the left.
He's way back there.
Yeah, because you've dragged the other guy back because you were
and he speared you
the whole time. So normally you walk in, kill that guy with the great bow quickly, and then turn around and fight the guy with the horse. But you walked in, aggroed both, backpedaled, died.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good play by play.
Yeah. Oh, last timestamp was wrong, but James says FP equals fapping. Pill, disgusting, but at least I'm glad that progress is being made. Oh, by the way, a trip for James. There's a special state your skills and spells can enter. When you see a blue line across them, you're out of FP and can't use them effectively.
I was about to type that into the computer. Come on.
A special state. Oh, beautiful. Nice Streams 251. James sums up his entire ER playthrough rather succinctly. Oh, no.
I haven't noticed a pattern.
Okay. Cool. There it is.
He hasn't noticed the pattern.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's me. It's still hard to believe, even after the heavy nerfs, that Mimic tier is still broken AF. I guess that's from soft censor to people asking for an easy mode in Souls games. And then at 1441, I know you guys joke a lot about this, but when you're sitting at a site of grace, if you look down on the screen, you'll see a button that says map.
And this turns out to be a fucking line through a blue thing.
It's not.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That says map, and that's how you fast travel while sitting at a grace. You guys will probably forget about it, but that is about time someone told you that you can fast travel at a grace.
I will admit, I did not know that.
Okay.
But you never
that's
need
always
to use
what
it.
I thought. But
Well, I mean, James always sits down to travel. That's the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
And
if
that
you
you don't
sat
have
at
to.
one and then you wanted to travel, it saves the animation of coming out of the grace.
Yeah.
Was that
Which
You
makes
guys
sense.
didn't know that?
No, I never noticed that.
1441.
Cool.
And I assumed that you could, but I always took Morgan's word for it, so I blame him.
Pretty light. Yeah, man, I don't care.
Yep.
Let's sit down at that thing so you can travel.
So, oh yeah. There's if you press the back button, there's a map
Good thing so
on the bottom. It's a little prompt for
Oh, I still didn't see it until you said that. And I
Yeah.
still haven't seen it, but because the
Well, if you
timers-
look at the bottom of the
I believe
screen,
you. I totally believe you.
Sit down at
it
that
says
thing so
OK
you can
closed
travel.
map.
But I'm still
Okay, close map.
It's just
you could save yourself the animation of sitting down if you just traveled.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
don't need to sit in the. Yeah. I mean, you're solving a problem of your own creation, but still, it's good to know that it's there.
It is
Uh,
good to know, so it's me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
shortcuts, like, oh, it's still an option when you're in this thing, but if you're
After
not,
you've trapped yourself in a corner.
yeah.
And then Math Precision, which I think is another new name on me. The frustrating thing is, I feel it completely cheapens the whole experience on which these games were built in the first place. I also do not enjoy watching James learn nothing and hit the boss from behind. The fun was seeing James figure out how to fight. The Mimic completely takes that out of the playthrough. I do not hate on anyone using the Mimic. I'm just saying what it does to my enjoyment of the game / playthrough.
A measured response.
A measured
James?
response.
To be honest, when
well-
I discovered the Mimic Tear, I'm surprised people stuck with me because it became a wheel of cheddar cheese after that. It was just
Yeah, I haven't. What I guess I should do is once I get too frustrated that maybe I fall back on it because I was starting to just die once, use the Mimic Tier, and I just know for myself now that if I wanted, I could just Mimic Tier through the whole game. But I want to be something better than that. I want to rise above that. And we can all agree that I could easily.
Talking shit, or do you mean this?
No, I mean it. I mean it. But we
then
have to
why
all
don't you
say that we
actually learn
agree
how to
that I'm
fight?
good enough. That I'm good enough that if I used the Mimic Tier, I could clearly beat this game in way under 1,000 times.
How about you just set a little rule, right? So like every boss, the first 5 attempts, you're not allowed to use your Mimic Tear, and if you've died 5 times, then you're allowed to break out.
But
And that'll
here's
keep
the
it
thing,
interesting.
If he doesn't die over 5 times, he's never gonna learn how to fight.
I'm gonna basically take it like I'm a wrestler in the match, and I don't want to tap out. But if I ever need to tap out, that's just
Well,
me.
the only thing I'm
Taking
trying to
Mimic
balance
Tier.
it with is trying to
Not
get the
5 or
playthrough
10.
finished before the year 2027.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. I'm
Focus on the
gonna
website.
But I
Just
think
focus on
that
the
like
website.
there might be like a lag
No
for
problem.
like 4 or 5 videos, but if you look back at I forget when it was, there was a portion in time where James got good at fighting in this game, and he's abandoned all of those principles to do juggling faith garbage. But there was a point in time when he was fighting well, and he's abandoned that. But if he went back to fighting well, he would end the game quicker than if he just used the Mimic Tier.
Yeah, but if I don't use the Mimic Tier, can I still like have my own pride and use other summons?
Well, I don't care what you do.
Well, I'm saying, does that help does it hurt the walkthrough? Does it make it
I don't think the
unenjoyable?
other summons are as
other
broken as
summons?
Mimic Tear.
They're
Yeah.
not as broken, but there are broken ones. My point is that like you can use the Mimic Tier or you summons in general. Like when I'm messing around playing on my own, I use it all the time just so I can get past the boss as quickly as possible. Because I've already fought them without any summons and I've learned how to fight them. You're never getting the experience of figuring out how to fight them.
I hear.
So
I hear
if you
ya.
only fight them like 5
But-
times, you're not going to get that experience.
I'm saying that I'm
You're
going to
never
fight
gonna
it more than
grow.
5 times. I'm going to go to the point of frustration, and I will always have that in my back pocket when I have to tap out because I've given up. Like I might not do 60
That's
deaths
the
like
whole
I
point
would
of
to
a
an
Souls
Ornstein
game
and
is when
Smoke.
you get to that point and then you push through it and then you overcome. You're never gonna get that. You're just gonna be edging this whole playthrough.
God, this is getting hot.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm taking the first step of saying that I'm at least not going to use it until I feel like a broken human being.
Oh yeah, I did use the move to nuke Melania in the first playthrough, but I came
Shots
back
fired.
and did it. I came back and did it right. Well, and I had a broken weapon. I had a very, very broken weapon.
James has a broken weapon too.
Yeah, James also has a broken weapon. Not as
No.
broken as the one that I had.
I'm like,
I will never tell James about my weapon.
Oh.
what if that was like
Oh.
Monty Python? That rabbit's just gonna bite his head off, man.
I don't think James
All right,
will ever
so-
accidentally find it.
You never know. All right, so that's your blood flame is action. In action. All right, so I'd like to see, I don't need to see 50, I've seen that. But I'd like to see 5405.
Danny, I'd like to see 50.
Let's skip
kidding.
5405, please.
Okay, fine.
That's not 50. Okay.
There's this mechanic that when he hits your shield.
Well, I was
trying-
Oh, that was, yeah. To
Nope.
get a crit so that I could fill up my balloon.
You know what staggers them really well is that shield mechanic.
Was it?
Yes.
The guard counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means. Elmono Mike says 13 minutes. Rolling around, laughing, rolling
This
around,
might be the
laughing,
fat
laughing,
one.
laughing, rolling around, laughing, laughing, rolling around,
Oh, no.
laughing.
The
Good
one
one,
Mike
James.
really
Clap,
likes
clap,
this
clap. I don't remember that. Let's have a listen. Maybe this is what you were thinking of.
And now I can use the different. Like
You can do
buffs.
that at any campfire.
Yeah, but I trust that guy's work a little bit better. He's made a life out of it.
James
I
travels
mean,
back to the round table to change his Ash of War.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
you're
I'm not
keeping
an
that guy
expert on
in-
it. The last thing I want to do is change it wrong.
Wayne Lawton, I know what you said to James at 10:36, but please don't lead the pot murderer to Jarberg. What? I don't know what this is. 10:36.
I think it has to do with all those pots that are in that room, but I have not seen it.
The pot murderer to Jarberg. Sick freak.
A ritual pot. Yeah. Oops.
Oh. Oh.
Did that really stagger the pot? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
They're very weak to heavy attacks.
with a very, very small sliver of health left. Have you done Alexander's quest yet? That's the best part.
I don't think so.
You need to go on that.
5717. Now you are officially out of the tutorial area and welcome you to the big boys area. Good luck, James. Great episode, full of entertainment.
I think that's where
Awesome.
he steps out into the snowy drifts.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
2755. Hidden wall behind the treasure chest, James.
That's the same one that we had all the
Yes.
messages about, and I wrote it in here.
3949. I'm starting to worry about James' laptop starting a fire. Is that normal?
Yes.
3949. Let's see it.
Is that where it stuttered from before?
It might have been, and I was gonna say you can respond with saying, "Oh, don't worry, it's just the capture card."
Enemies?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'll burn the place
I think
down.
those bird enemies are harder though. Those guys suck.
Oh,
Yeah, those guys were pretty easy.
What is that?
Must just be the
Danny's-
recording.
Danny's computer.
It's Danny's computer.
Yeah, Danny,
Thank you.
Danny can fix that.
you're welcome.
Can you get better internet, Danny?
Yeah,
310 Morgan. James, why? James, because he's gonna kill himself. Enemy, joke's on you, sucker. I'm alive. James runs away in a shame.
Did we watch that one? I'm sure we just watched that one.
I wonder if it's part of the processing.
Of
3
like
minutes and 10 seconds.
exporting.
You'd have to look at the original file that you uploaded and see
Yeah.
if it's on there.
You've been walking around in Deduce for 2 days. James, why?
Because he's gonna kill himself. I mean, that's where I was.
Yeah. So why? Got him. Bosox 2K1, don't forget to investigate the area just before you took the elevator back down to where you sat down. To end this video, there was another ledge, bridge, whatever thing you didn't explore.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to find my way back there.
Just investigate the area just before you took the elevator back down to. What do you mean?
Where is the elevator?
All right.
What would the name of the elevator be? What?
You got to go to the end of this video to see where you started, and then backtrack to the elevator. Oh, he did explore it later. Pill says he thinks. Adequate job on the boss, James. If you would like to see Morgan struggle in a game, watch his High Five Rush playthrough on Twitch. Wow, that's rude. That's rude.
I mean, I tuned in today, and apparently you'd been playing for 5 days, and it looked like you were still in the tutorial.
It's very hard.
Bethesda credits were still coming up.
Well, wait, what?
It literally came up on the screen saying published by Bethesda Softworks. I was like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're 5 days in and the credits haven't finished rolling, something's up, mate.
The game is very fun, but it's very frustrating. It's hard.
Okay.
James, you should play it.
Yep.
It sounds like fun.
It is fun. The art is sick. The gameplay is sick. It's just some of the QTE like rhythm based button pressing is frustrating.
I'm gonna use a quick restroom break. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, these are for you, James.
We'll wait for him to come back. In the meantime,
yeah.
Should we put the peanut butter video back on?
Oh God, please don't.
Should we put the fish video back on?
No. Google Wild Hogs Tim Allen butter.
No.
Wild Hogs Tim Allen.
Don't
butter.
do this. Whatever it is, it's probably nasty.
Well, this is from a film, isn't it? So we're going to get taken down if we try and play that.
Yeah, don't do that.
We don't have to share with anybody. Just everyone look it up, Google it. Also,
well, I mean, that's not very entertaining, is it? If we're just watching movies
cake
for
farts.
ourselves and then
we need to bring back cake farts, everybody.
Wait, what is the Skyrim space one?
Cake farts.
The game?
Starfield.
Starfield. I keep putting Star Citizen, which is another game.
Is it? Have they not decided to just cancel that abomination that I'm sure it'll turn out to be? Did you guys like Fallout 76?
Oh, Starfield.
We got Starfield.
I mean, it's pretty much ready to release. I think it's coming out at the end of this month, but
oh, it is? Okay.
It's pretty soon, yeah.
Release date when?
It's I think it's at the end of March, early April, I think.
Initial release date says 2023. No specifics that I'm seeing.
Am I saying things I shouldn't be saying? I don't know.
No. Maybe let me look up this other game called Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm just going to reference that real quick as maybe,
All right, so
talk
it's
up a
me.
game that's going to suck a dick.
Okay, so for whatever reason, every time I post this comment, it just gets removed. So 3rd time's a charm. You don't really have to rely on the Mimic tier to beat the game or even get better. It's really easy to become super strong in this game just by leveling up and getting a good weapon and upgrading it. Also, stop wasting your FAP on trying to make these spells work when you're not optimally built to use them. Just make better use of your weapons, Ash, and the game will be a cakewalk. Just ask Danny about it.
Breach.
Spiffy
I
hemp.
mean, I don't know what we're being asked.
You don't remember?
I think he's just saying I don't need to use the Mimic tier. If I just use my stats that I've leveled properly now, I should be able to go through like a cakewalk getting good. Spiffy says just the letter X, which is nice.
What was the Ash of War I was leaning on after I gave up on the spin to win? The red mane. Yeah, but that's been nerfed now, so you can't really rely on the red
still
mane.
Very, very strong. X is to doubt, yeah.
Okay.
I just clarified. 1030 brain processing.
Oh,
what is it? 1030.
1030. 1030. I had it for a second. You know what? I should just turn the sensitivity on my mouse down. I don't want it.
I'm right there. So
Now my
done it at
mouse
least
is very
twice.
slow.
And you're fighting with me against the fact that I've already shown you where these are, and then you can see the unactivated ones below there as well. I don't know why you're fighting with me about this. What is the point, James? What are you trying to save
Here's
yourself
the
from?
unactivated ones.
Yeah. What is your end goal?
Well, hold on. Let's take a look at this. So this is the one I've used the whole game. This
Yeah.
is the one that I just unlocked and like made work. This one here, Great Rune of the Unborn, Amber Egg Clutch by Renella. Queen
That's the
of
one
the
that
Full Moon.
lets you respec.
Oh, and you use a rune arc to do that? That's how I did it?
No. It's so painful.
Basically, and I get to it in that whole thought process, he's saying that it should be so obvious to me. But it turns out, after we've talked through it, I've only done it one time in the 83 hours we've played it, and the second time was just done, and I needed his help with it. I just did it. So, and the stats one isn't even a rune arc thing, so it shouldn't be that surprising. I still need a little guidance on how the rune arcs work.
Ray Azteca
But-
009.
But the problem
Oh.
that I was having is that like we went back and like looked at those things. The last time we did this, it was a big rigmarole. We were like, "Where are they?" And I'm like, "They're there," and like it was a big to do to get you to find them, and that had completely left your mind.
Well, I'm sorry. Pelagius, if you're dying before Mimic Chan, then you're doing something wrong. Learning to fight doesn't have to be on this character. Start a new one and use just the weapons without any spells. No way you'll pass yourself in 83 videos. 1 hour and 55 seconds. James' laptop decides to quit. Looks like it doesn't like the snowy area.
It's
What
just
is
the
going on
same
with these
thing
videos?
again.
I wonder if it's because I've got the hard drive that I'm recording it on plugged through a USB. Maybe I should just plug it right into the computer.
I bet it is, because I was literally
The
about
hub.
to say, I bet it's the hard drive that can't keep up.
Regular mobs.
Yeah.
Guess I'll
Wait, what is? How is it plugged in? Not through USB.
It's plugged through a USB like hub.
You wouldn't, yeah, why?
So maybe
no,
I should
nah,
just-
you should just record onto a
I have a real
SSD
quick
and then copy it over to
question.
your hard drive later.
When you get a newborn and you're like teaching them how to use the potty, you have them sit down, right? Because like if you just had him stand up and you taught him, and it was especially obvious it's a boy, you know, he's tinkling in there, but then he decides to take a shit and he's standing up and he's like, it's his first time, so then he just shits but he's peeing. So that is there a process that I don't know. I'm
So-
just wondering with this whole thing, my brain hurts. And I'm
So
just
I
wondering if
have
we
a
taught-
license to use Adobe Premiere on my good laptop. So I have to do all of my editing on my good laptop. I'm using the capture card through my bad laptop. And since I swap it back and forth, because I unplug the hard drive, plug it into my other laptop, and edit it, it would take a whole bunch of time. Because these videos, this is probably 30 gigs. This video is like 30 gigs big. For me to wait and transfer the 30 gigs and then transfer it onto another like thing afterwards would take a whole bunch more time.
Question.
I unplug the laptop, the USB 3.0 from a USB 3.0 hub, and I plug it into the exact same brand USB 3.0 hub on my other laptop, and then I edit it. I see that there is some struggle there, but I think it's pretty minor compared to how much of an advantage we've had moving
Yeah,
over to the other
but-
laptop.
Can I give you a tip?
Sure.
What bitrate are you recorded in to get a 30 gig file?
It's the codex is like QCP or something. I forget what it is, but and maybe we could change that. We could look into it. But when we were working on this a couple of years ago, we found the quality of that, while it was a huge bit rate, was really better than the other qualities we were getting. But that's when I
Yeah,
was recording it on my
but-
laptop.
Well, there's the bus speeds, and then there's the speed that the hard drives can write at too, you know, and so then it's going to degrade when it goes through different hubs. So, you know, without knowing all those specifics, you know, you are adding
Yeah,
quite the, you know, like it's adding more.
It wouldn't be
almost
hard
like
for me to just
intersections
plug.
that don't need to be there.
Yeah. At least for the writing of it. So instead, I'll just plug it in right to my laptop. It's not a big deal to unplug. What I would do is I would unplug my USB. I'd unplug my USB hub because it's plugged into the one like 3.0 speed thing to get it going. So I would unplug it from there.
All I was going to
And the
say
hub-
was, sorry, is when you upload a video in 1080p to YouTube, it's only going to be a maximum bit rate of like, whatever it is, 12 megabits a second.
I think they even compress it to like 8, but yeah, 12
Yeah.
is probably high
So-
on that end.
So you could be, I mean, just to get better quality, and you could do 18, and you could probably quarter the size of your file. And
Well,
probably,
when I
and it probably
export,
write
I'm
faster.
exporting it in 18. Coincidentally,
So
I'm
there's absolutely
exporting it
no
at 18
reason
bitrate.
to record anything above that because it's just going to be lost information.
Well, while we're doing this, let me take a quick look and see if I can control the bit rate. I think it might be one of those high, medium, low things with QCP because I'm not that familiar with that code.
Okay, that is freaky looking. He's not even touching anything with his hands.
Oh yeah, he's
Well,
typing
he's-
in midair.
The
What's
reason
going
he's
on?
Using the QPCT, where the codec is because when in the past when the laptops crash, we lose the entire video on an MP4 or whatever other.
Oh, that still happens
Oh, then why are we doing it?
because we were getting
Surprise.
better frame rate. We were getting better frame rate through that when we were. I think it was Resident Evil 2 when we discovered that.
It's
I mean, I don't know.
definitely a
the
better
codecs
frame
too
rate.
Well,
Look
I
at
know
it.
well, H.264 is
H.264 is what normal people use. Yes,
H.264.
That's why I said.
H.264.
So
did I not
these
say
are the
it
options I
was
have. It's not H.264. The recording format is MP4, but then
That is
the
H.264.
what's it called? Rate
Well,
control.
not necessarily. That's
I mean, that's the
container,
wrapper of
it's
the container. Yeah,
MP4.
but I
Come on,
mean,
guys.
So
generally
Let's
speaking,
start-
when I
oh,
pick
Morgan, guys,
H.264,
why?
it comes out as an MP4.
Well, I just
but
you guys
anyway.
know that you're adding 2 hours to my day.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Let's get the
No,
last
it's
couple
too
comments.
late.
My
You
bad,
guys
sorry.
have planted.
We're
a seed
nearly
that will
done now.
cost
Well,
me 2
hold
hours
on
of
a
my
second.
life.
This is pretty. This could be a pretty
Avatar
big
2.
thing here. Let's at least, if we've talked that long about it, let me give you the choices I have: CBR,
Looks like signing
QCP,
invoices.
VBR, and lossless. Which of those do you think I should use? And for bitrate, I don't have that option. I have CQ level, and I put it at 20.
One time, me and James did this, and I pulled up a website and told him the regular stuff that they use, and he didn't use it.
Regular
He's
stuff that who
hulking out,
uses?
dude. He's
Like
hulking
the
out.
like standard settings.
Yeah. What you should just be going with. It's like it's
And
there
you
on
were
the
like,
web.
No, what about if we use the QCC thing? What settings should I use for that? And then we looked up another
What
website that
if
had settings for
I
that.
did this all through Stadia? Oh, okay.
This is I feel like this is hours of my life.
I have a question.
Take your time.
It's hard to find it out.
I don't like the look of her. My girl is not very pretty.
What was that about?
Like that
That
was
is his maiden. His maiden is back there behind him.
Oh, he's maiden. I see. Okay.
looking good though.
Because Brad says, clip that and send it to Aaron without context.
Oh no. 34. Oh my god, that was something. You had time to heal. Why didn't you do that? You just stood there.
Have we seen that one? I can't remember. I feel like we
No.
have. 34. That's close enough.
Oh, was he?
He's
No
scared.
healing. No healing. That's tragic.
Yeah.
I don't really watching that again. Don't really see the opening for a
You
heal
don't?
that would have changed.
Wait.
Well, look
Hold
at how much
on.
health I have.
Okay.
I get hit
Well,
there.
you have half a bar, and the rule
Yeah.
is always
So-
to
All
choke at
during
half
that
a bar.
right then would have been
Yeah.
great.
So you could have
That's
choked.
why
You
there
could have
was
choked.
such
You
a-
could have
a
choked. You
hearty
could have
chuckle.
choked.
Right there. There.
You
Not
could have
Well, I was
choked. You
still
could have
within,
choked,
like-
and then you would probably have survived because at that point you might still have had some health left.
Yeah.
I don't know how many heals I had left there. Can we see the number?
Yeah, we can certainly can.
Is it 1 health? I have 1
Yeah.
heal, so I'm trying to not waste my.
Look. Oh, James, are you serious? Look at his health bar. It's one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, because
You just need to survive long enough to hit him once.
you wasted it anyway
Good
by dying,
James.
didn't you? So
I mean,
Nice
it's the
to
path
see you.
not
Welcome
taken.
to the pearly gates. Yeah, it's true. There's a multiverse that he did what was right.
it's,
No, there's
it's
not.
you
There's
know,
no
I laugh,
reason.
but it's the kind of thing I would do too. No, Mitch's rule lives on. I've learned the chug it halfway. That I do that religiously when I'm bothering to look.
32-18. Aren't you proud of me? Punches air.
32-18. I went too far.
Aren't you proud of me?
What? I'm not even watching this.
That's a good one.
I'm not even watching this. I think I checked out. I was mad at that point.
It's like 32-18. Oh yeah.
I
Dark
mean,
Page
James-
says,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh no, I mean James was doing his best to be honourable."
Was past tense.
Is it me, or is the gamma getting increased with every video?
Probably.
Could it just be because it's a white, a white environment and therefore it looks different? It doesn't look that off to me.
Now I'm having to beg you to use the Oh man, I got hot in this one.
Well, you want me to use the mimic tier, and clearly people don't want me to use the mimic tier. Why would you beg
No,
me to use
that's
the
out
mimic
of
tier?
context.
What
Yeah,
do you mean?
when you're talking like, oh, I'll do it one or two more times, then I'll just use the mimic tier. If you're not gonna, like I said at the time, if you're not gonna learn how to fight, then you might as well just be using it first off and then using it all the time, so we can just get through it.
I don't think we live in such a black and white world. I think there's some more gray area.
But you can see that if you do not take the time to learn how to fight, then there's no point to doing it, right? You're just wasting. You're wasting all the
I
times
think
until when you're just going to use the mimic tier to do it for you.
I think we disagree. I think that it's a journey that maybe I learn a little bit here and a little bit there, and I don't have to learn it all in one boss fight.
Can I ask a philosophical question? If the mimic
Are you a
tier
monster?
is in the game, and the mimic tier will always be in the game, what is James's incentive to learn to play properly?
To get good. I want to get good.
To experience the essence of the Dark Souls that is inside of Elden Ring. It is possible to play it and get the same struggle and overcoming of hard situations in Elden Ring. It is also possible to just barrel through it with a mimic tier.
So what you're saying is it's like somebody serving him like a gourmet lobster, like fine wine, and then he just pours tomato ketchup on top of it and then eats it.
Yeah, it's you can do it, and it's fine to do it that way. That's how I played through it the first time.
Totally.
But
it's like playing Doom on easy. I mean,
but you
on.
shouldn't be like, disillusioned to what you're doing. Either you know that that's what you're doing, or you're playing it like a Souls-like game. And it's the disillusionment that drives me insane. That he's somehow learning bits and pieces during these fights where he just dies a bunch of times and then pulls in a mimic. In the
well, this is why I asked my question. You see, because it's a case of motivation, right? So if he wants to get good,
he doesn't.
He doesn't. It will because
of course
otherwise
I want to get good. Why would you say I don't want to get good?
Because then you wouldn't come out with things like I'll learn bits and pieces in each boss.
Yeah.
83
hours in.
I would also just like to say it's the way you perceive things or your logic, because with your whole Spider-Man approach and not understanding that there's a new game plus, and like you're like, I'm getting good, I'm playing Amazing Spider-Man by myself, collecting all the stuff. Will not do it on this one. But I mean, generally that is kind of like the approach to getting to the hardest difficulty, is because there's new game plus now. You could build it up, but you could, I get it.
I mean, I didn't know that there was New Game Plus. and I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you get to take all of your upgrades into Amazing Spider-Man? I guess
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, you keep your level and you actually progress past level 50 even in a small sense. It gives you like a plus 1% damage, I think, every so often. But yeah, it's,
Well,
it's Callisto Protocol didn't have New Game Plus at first, and then they released it 2 months later or something. I had
Bill's
restarted the
saying
game.
Every single upgrade, suit, level, everything kept.
Mm.
Ice 4740. James would toss a girl in the fire to gain power. Noted.
Do you
4740.
want?
That you would toss into the fiery forge,
I'm down.
only so that you may be lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fair enough.
There's barely hesitation.
Eager Beaver. El Mono Mike says 25-45. Now that's how you play. Perfect dodges, followed by big hits, and then denying what the enemy is doing, so you know how to react. Fire. We don't need to watch that one. No.
Wait, no, let's see it.
25-40.
Did
It's
he
a
play
joke.
well? Is there a glimmer of hope?
It's a joke. 25.
24 45.
24-45.
I thought so.
25-45.
45. My bad.
Led me astray.
Why would I have the picked here again? Right? I mean, why would I not? Why would I have the solution and not do it and just sit here and fight
You're
this
right.
guy?
Yeah.
anyway?
Yeah.
Is this
I
the
feel
right
like
video?
if you had to learn how to fight,
Or
like it
I
would
get a
ruin this whole
different-
playthrough.
Or I get a different summon so that I don't.
Oh,
have
I'm on the
that.
wrong.
Even be- You were
You screwed me over there, Morgan.
contrarian all the way to the end. See it.
Is this the same one where you just have the silly death at the end because you didn't heal?
Yeah, and I beat him here with no summon.
Love to see it.
Yeah, you wanted to just keep it going. Yeah.
How many hits does it take to stagger this guy?
It's about the timing. You're doing too few hits in a row. You gotta do like a big one, dodge, do a big one, the dodge, do a big one. Oh, yep,
Okay,
yeah, you
I
beat
guess
him
that
with no
was
summons. That's the one.
I
You
do
know-
beat this guy with no summons though.
It's tragic to start off so well and then end so badly, I guess.
But there was a little glimmer, like he was playing well in that.
I don't think it's the same one because on that one he had a sliver of health.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
the same one.
But anyway. El Mono Mike says 1 hour 6. See that red fellow on the previously locked room? You might want to talk to him. Great episode, guys. I don't think he noticed. Called it a hunch. Okay, 1 hour 6. We're looking for a guy in red.
I think I need 7s, but I might be able to use 6s for some of my stuff.
Where's this guy in red?
Yeah, there.
Well,
Have we?
Nope.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What? And you
Is he in the other room that's further
oh,
down? Is
yeah.
it just before here? But,
Yeah, behind you.
but I thought that I had fought that guy already or something.
You gotta just talk. I think you talked to him once, but maybe you gotta talk to him again. 5925. James's natural mistakes. Computer being like processing to not compute. Rollful cakes. Same.
Oh, have we seen
This
it?
is the minor
Okay.
issue.
I mean, some of these are like, natural mistakes.
It's the catchphrase. Yeah, it's bad. Oh, that guy's routed.
Oh, he is.
It's happening a
Didn't even
lot
notice.
throughout the video.
Yeah, you might want to
Yeah.
turn the old bit rate down.
Well, I've
Simple.
switched it to CBR now, constant bit rate. And what do we think? 8,000 is good. That'll make my files way smaller.
Whatever the bit rate of YouTube is, because there's no point in doing more than that because
Yeah.
you're going to lose it anyway in the end. But not too low because it'll look all blocky. 8's probably a bit low. I think 12 is the right. 12,000 is the right. Yeah.
60 frames.
Yeah. 48, 55. The path is beyond the hidden wall behind the chest after defeating Bloodlord Morg. We kind of talked about that before. It's one of the best endings out of 6 that the game has, if I may say. I did not know that would lead to another ending. What are the different endings anyway? Because all I did was sit down on the throne, looking like an onion, and then it ended.
Oh, don't spoil anything for me.
Sorry. No, I'm cutting things out there. Dark Page says, providing James doesn't die to the hardest bosses 100 times each, my guess might not be so bad. 996. I reckon that's not too far off now. You've kind of accelerated a little bit. But I have to get the poll up soon so we can find out who's going to win the controller. I do and will do that.
Oh, you need help getting a poll up? Just ask.
Has been the most dedicated. We should just send it to him.
He's the only one who's put a guess in, so he wins it.
Yeah. We were talking about this at the very beginning of the playthrough that we needed to do it soon so that it didn't contract the guess to make it too easy. Now we're 83 videos.
But this still can only ever be one winner. It's whoever guessed the closest.
And it'd be one option's 996 and the other option's just more than 996.
Yeah, it's whoever's if it's 996, if two people guess the same thing, then I don't know how we decide then. Whoever put it in first. I need to have a system so people can vote on it, but I can't because I'm still trying to get the website finished. I don't know. The Rooster 2099 says James never change. Somebody buy Morgan a shot. Love you guys. Glad to see this expert walkthrough going almost a year after the release.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful and disgusting thing. Bosox 2K1. I guess I can't blame James for getting what heal meant a couple of videos ago. My wife, who doesn't touch video games, asked to play Hollow Knight after seeing me and she was losing health, and I said heal. She replied after I explained what I meant, and she said, "Oh, I thought you meant stop, like with a dog command."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heal, James, heal. And I was stopping for you. Or turn heel and run.
Which was it?
Both.
I don't remember. It was both.
Brad Hahn, if memory serves, there's one of those Night Cavalry bosses at the Forbidden Lands. Ooh. You gonna fight him? Gonna get yourself another flail?
All right. Cavalry boss. What is it? Forbidden Lands. Sure.
Ooh, should we count Mimic Tier deaths? I mean, it is James dying technically. That would be a good way to balance out the Mimic Tier. That actually fixes a lot of problems.
What, the rule is if the Mimic Tier dies, then it counts as a death?
Yeah.
And that might dissuade him from using it because he doesn't want to.
Then we have incentive.
Because then also, if James dies when the Mimic's out, it dies too, right?
Yep. So it's automatically 2 as soon as you get it.
It's already,
out.
Yeah. Every time James dies, there was 2.
Unless you sit.
2 sets of footprints.
I still think it's too broken because I go from being able to one-shot a boss to
dude, you're too broken, man.
I mean, it's an intriguing idea.
It is, and I'll consider it. But the problem is the game.
Oh, I don't know if it's your
with
choice.
The Mimic Tier. The Mimic Tier. If I use it, I can basically beat any boss within a couple of tries.
Well, I mean, hold up, big boy, because you've not got into the really hard bit yet. You've only just started, so I mean,
and what a flex too.
Yeah.
Give me a Mimic Tier, and it'll just take me 3 or 4 tries.
So far, I'm pretty sure that I've maybe 1 or 2 shot at any boss I've used the Mimic Tier on.
I know, but you've only just got out the tutorial.
Okay. Well, I'm getting mixed signals. I'm hearing that I shouldn't use the Mimic Tier. I like this idea. I like the idea of if the Mimic Tier dies, then you take a death. Fair.
I think that is an intriguing way of maybe discouraging you from leaning too heavily on it.
Yeah, it does make it so that it costs you something to use it.
And if, as you say, you can tear through bosses so fast with it that it's not going to
Shouldn't be
be
a
an
problem.
issue, then it's not a problem, is it?
All right, fair.
And you still haven't.
We will
you haven't
count
entered the
Mimic
Kingdom
tier
Live.
deaths going forward.
My
You're too
thing
hard to
is
figure
that-
that out.
Yeah. Don't bother. No, we won't backdate it, but from whenever your next recording is, Mimic tier deaths count as deaths.
If you're going to try to barrel through the game, you should just be using the Mimic tier first off all the time when you go in there. There's no reason for you to go in there and fight it 1 or 2 times and then use the Mimic tier. So you should just make a choice of whether you're going to do it with the Mimic tier or without the Mimic tier. And then
I'm going to go with my heart, and my heart's following the fun. And if I think it's going to be more fun to just get the boss done with, that's what I'm going to do.
You're wrong.
No, you can't judge on what makes something fun for me.
Oh, it's fun for you.
Yes.
Gotcha. I thought you meant fun to watch.
No.
Do you know what's interesting about this new rule as well? I mean, it's taken Dark Pages' dead cert of guess, and like it's just thrown it to the wind. Like it's anyone's game now. I mean, the poll's back in play. If you want to have a guess.
I mean, the poll doesn't exist. We haven't seen it yet.
Relax, man. The poll's coming.
Hey, I got a poll I can show you.
We're a year in. We've been asking for this poll. I just want us to stop making promises. If we don't say we're going to do anything, no one will expect anything from us.
And that's the best.
You
thing can
always
hope
try to
for.
call me to make a statement when I'm trying to walk around any commitment.
I need it. Okay, because it needs to be on a right. I'm going to do it now, but basically, right, it's going to be a form on the website or on a Google form, maybe, because I can't wait for Mikey to finish the website. So I'll do a Google form, which can be the poll, and you'll have to put it in the description of every episode. Because what I don't want to do is put it on Twitter or in community page because it'll just get buried.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make
just
I'm
add
going to
it
make
to
I'm
the-
going to
to
make
the
I'm going to
description,
make a
right?
Google form now, and I'm going to send you the link in the next I don't know, 20 minutes,
Will
and then you
do
put it in the
some kind of
description.
2 years.
schematic
In 2
styling on it?
years.
OpenAI sent out a form and it was unformatted. It was just the standard purple Google, and I was like, "This is bad."
Oh, I mean, I can theme it.
Yeah, you should theme it a little bit.
I'll do that. That's why I wanted 20 minutes.
I mean, it'll take you 2 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
No promises again. We do
No,
not make.
I mean, you say 20 minutes and then you deliver it in 2, and then you look like a hero, don't you? That's the engineer's way.
All right, you guys heard it. As soon as this stops, 20 minutes from then, you will see a form link going into the games page on the Discord.
It'll be in the game. It'll be on the Discord. It'll be on the community tab. It'll be on the Patreon tab. It'll be on Twitter, and it'll be on the descriptions of every video
In 20 minutes.
going
And
forward.
if you
And
don't
on
do it
my
in 20 minutes,
Grindr
what's the
page.
punishment?
in the
That
next
fish?
20 minutes. This is a guarantee.
Eat
This
the
is
fish. Eat
you
the fish.
and if I don't get this out in the next 20 minutes, I will eat the search.
Oh,
Yeah.
Search streaming. The
Oh,
timer
Here's the first
started.
challenge.
There we
Oh
go.
my,
Timer
here
started.
we go.
So I'm off. So you
Dark
you
Page,
boys.
Can I not do that though? Yeah, Dark Page, you don't have to fill the form out. We got you. It's $9.96.
I mean, I'll fill it out for you if you like, so it's all in one place. But sure.
Voter fraud. Nice.
Well, I think that's it, right?
We
It
got
only
it.
took us let's call it 3 hours. It only took us 3 hours. But that's
Like
2 weeks of
2.5
fan mail.
hours.
Yeah, because we did start a little late.
And I shut up.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys. Everybody have a good day.
Oh, I'm
Bye,
sorry.
everyone.
I was busy
Bye.
doing the form. Yeah, bye everyone.
well, yeah, you don't want to eat that Sturgis
You
fish.
can't start until it's over.
No, I've started the timer. I've got to go.
Cheating.
All right.
Yeah, James, what can they look forward to today in the recordings? What are they going to be seeing? Are they going to see you versus Gale, or are they going to see what they've been seeing?
Me versus Gale. I don't know who that is, but yeah, sounds great.
Cool.
Probably
Right.
one of the
Nice.
worst, like signing out sets. How do you do this?